Totem Pole Nation. Indiana Pacers versus the OKC Thunder. Game 2. Lambo. How do you feel about the game tonight? Give me some insight.
Well, I tell you this. Game 2 is going to be very crucial for OKC, but it's also going to be very crucial for the Indiana Pacers. NBA Finals, Game 2 at 8 p.m. on ABC. It's going to be very crucial because both teams have to limit the turnovers. And in order for the Indiana Pacers to win the series, they must win Game 2 tonight. Just like they did against Cleveland, in order to win the series in 5 or 6, I would rather win two games on the road. That'd be a good start.
Noah, what's up? Thanks for tuning in on YouTube, Totem Pole Nation. Win. How do you feel about the game tonight?
Well, welcome, gentlemen, nation. I got a funny feeling about this one. I really do. I seriously don't think the Pacers are going to turn the ball over as much like they did Game 1. And I think the Thunder found out how feisty the Pacers are. The Pacers do not let up off the gas, man. I don't care if they're down by 5 or they're down by 25. They just keep coming. And I think that's something that the Thunder are going to realize or have realized. And they're going to have to play the full game for them to come out with a dub. I have a funny feeling about this game. I do. I still give the edge to OKC to win it. I think Pacers take Game 2 tonight. I really do.
Paul,
I know that sounds crazy, but
wow. Well, here we go. Okay, so here's the deal.
Savion Sessions, being what I've worked with, Aaron Nesmith, from playing with Chris Middleton, I got to go with the Pacers. Big Savion Sessions out of Myrtle Beach.
Is that the big left tackle?
He's a big one, yes. 6'8", 300 pounds.
Oh, my.
He's a big one. Say it again, Troy.
He's what I'm looking for. He's what I'm looking for.
Hey, Savion, I got to ask Savion, what number are you going to wear next year? I want to hear what he says because I got to hear it. I just love left tackles, especially their numbers, because when this guy is a Tyron Smith.
No way.
Oh yeah,
he looks like an NFL player.
Oh my goodness.
Number 75,
and he's a dancing bear.
Good feet.
He's got basketball feet. 6'8".
Nice.
Over 76.
Yeah, he's a dude. Yeah, when you walk up on him and shake his hand, you're gonna fall back on your neck. You're gonna pass out. You'll be officially passed out. This is a real guy. He's a guy. He's a guy. He's not even a hat backwards guy. He's just a guy.
He's a big human.
Yes. And then if you see the missing link, we're gonna have to call the ambulance.
Yeah, missing a link.
Missing link. If he shows up at Fuma, you're gonna have to call an ambulance.
Wow. Okay. Hat backwards guy.
Paul, Game 2. Indiana Pacers, OKC Thunder, NBA Finals.
Okay, here we go. I mean, all right, enough. Again, I'll go back to a conversation I had a couple days ago with Kirk. He came to me. He's like, man, enough with this Haliburton stuff. Like, stop. They're just Haliburton us to death. Listen, the OKC Thunder are the better team. It's Game 2, must-win situation. This is going to be a blowout of epic proportions, and I'm not saying that the Pacers aren't going to show up. OKC is going to beat these guys by 20 or more.
Wow.
They're going to beat them it's going to be by 20 or more, and we're going to go to game 3. Now, the more important thing about this game is how the Pacers end the game, because they're going home, and they don't need to go home feeling like they just got taken to the woodshed. They got to go. They got to at least put up a fight, because you don't want, because they're going to be going game 1 in Indy trying to get their game back. They're going to try to go in there and get their game back, and they got the guys to do it. So you be careful. But tonight's game is not going to be. It's not going to be for children viewing. It's going to be. We're gonna take this to the slaughterhouse. You know, this is going to be a slaughterhouse game. It's not
okay. If it's going to be a slaughterhouse, man, they beat the Pacers by how many points? Give it to us.
17 or more.
Okay. Hey, Lambo, what did you say earlier, Lambo, when Troy asked you? Who do you like tonight, Lambo?
The Pacers in game 2. They'll
Wow,
be up
okay.
2-0, just like they did against the Cleveland series. Still 2 games on the road. Now, they probably going to end up maybe losing a home game, whether it's game 3 or game 4. But I like the Pacers the way they just keep fighting. If you let them hang around, it's going to be very interesting. The final score will be 117 to 112 Indiana Pacers on the road.
Wow. Okay.
Because also this, Haliburton had a bad game, but also Siakam's going to have to step up too. With Siakam really going to have to step up. Neesmith is going to step up. So, like I said, and I think y'all said this in the last series against the Knicks. Every time Obi Toppin gets 15 or more, and I think the last game he had 15 or 17, they end up winning. Like, y'all said it in the last series. So if you can't stop Obi Toppin, you can't stop Siakam. They're going to have mismatches with Siakam. They just got to find the right holes and put them in the paint and let Siakam go to work.
That's a dog. I was wondering what that was, man. So, what does OKC need to do to win tonight?
Wow. I'm gonna go off of game 1, Troy. Great question. Even though SGA, y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, I think he recorded 35 points.
38.
38. Okay, thank you, Lambo. He recorded 38 game 1, but he got off to a slow start. I think SGA needs to get off to a faster start. And they can't quit. It's almost, when they were up by 17, 20 points, they kind of let off and, let Indiana score a few buckets here and there. They just going to have to realize they slipped up and let them get game 1. Now they smell a little blood. So I just think SGA, faster start, Troy, and you got to continue to D up and don't lay off the Pacers because they're going to keep coming. Those are my 2 main keys for the game.
Does it fart? Hey, Jamie. Hey guys, finals stream here. Yes, the finals game 2 stream is here. Paul.
Yes, sir.
What do the Pacers need to do tonight to beat OKC?
Well, that's a great question. I mean, and that's not the side that I'm on here, but I will tell you, what I don't like, the Pacers need to be actually A+ perfect tonight to win. Number one, they're going to have to win this game. If the Pacers win this game, it's going to be 140 to 130 something, because they're going to have to outscore these guys, because you got to understand this. There's going to be 3 games in between this game tonight and the next game. So you're going to get the best from the Thunder tonight because they're not going to play as deep a bench. They're going to keep their guys.
Jamie says, "Great, have a nice moment. Cheers from France." Daniel Berry Sports highlights. Hey everyone, happy Sunday. Hey,
to all the French out there, and congratulations on your 3rd place finish today in the UEFA Nations Cup, beating Germany today 2-0. Big games this morning. It was fun to watch. Mbappe doing his thing.
Mbappe is the man.
Yeah,
Mbappe is the man. This is for you.
Yeah.
Once again to the NBA Finals, presented by YouTube TV.
Yeah,
we got some new graphics and animations here. That's the Thunder one.
Once again to the NBA Finals, presented by YouTube TV.
Paycom? Was that the Paycom Center?
I think so. Calvin, what's the safe prop bet? Natural Nate says, "What's up? Pacers 118, 116. Siakam will step up." So what's the safe prop bet? Says Calvin.
I would say because it's at OKC, I would take honestly, I would take SGA's points over. He's gonna, dude. He might get 50 tonight. They have to win, dude. He's gonna, dude. He's gonna score his average and above. So whatever they have as the average on the docket, take the over.
What do you say, Lambo? What's the safe prop bet tonight for the Pacers and OKC Game 2 of the NBA Finals, sponsored by YouTube TV?
Safe bet. The over-under tonight is 228.5. The spread is 11.5. The safest bet is to take the Indiana Pacers plus 11.5. The money line is plus 410 for Indiana, and the money line for OKC is minus 550. If the man from Seoul thinks it's going to be a high-scoring game and Kirk is going to be a high-scoring game, you could also take the over 228.5 as well.
What is the safe prop bet tonight? Tyrese Haliburton and the Pacers versus the OKC Thunder. SGA.
Wow.
Calvin says, "Thanks, fellas." Adam W said, "That's up." What's up?
I would say that SGA.
OKC.
Yeah, I would say SGA over, man. Yeah, he's gonna have to go off. I mean, the man from Seoul says OKC in a blowout. I say Pacers win the game just because they smell a little blood. But I agree with the man with Seoul with the SGA take. He's gonna have to get 50. I mean, he doesn't have to get 50, but he's gonna have to be close for them to win this game tonight. That's my safe bet, Troy. Absolutely. SGA, you got to start fast. Because he started clinking game 1. He clinked early in game 1, but obviously he picked it up in the second half.
Game 2, Indiana Pacers versus the OKC Thunder. Tyrese Haliburton versus SGA. What are you thinking, man from Seoul? Crystal Ball Paul. What does the crystal ball say tonight? How are you feeling about this game? Are you excited about the NBA again?
Not really. I'll be honest.
Hey, Lambo. Hey, Lambo. I'm laughing right along with you, Lambo, because I think that's funny too.
It's not. It's really not that exciting. I mean, Again, we have a game that was just helter skelter, and then that now everyone is feeling the Pacers. But
who y'all got winning? Who you got winning, Paul, tonight?
Tonight, the Thunder win in a landslide.
Thunder. There won't be 26 turnovers. So
No, hold on, and I will add to that. The Pacers almost doubled the output of the OKC Thunder in the fourth quarter. Forget the turnovers, okay? They almost doubled the Thunder in the fourth quarter. That will not happen tonight. So if they just play even Steven in the fourth quarter, the Thunder win in a blowout in game one. So I can't take the Pacers in game two.
Because Lambo, who you got? Pacers or Thunder tonight?
I'm taking the Pacers. I just like what Rick Carlisle is going to do adjustments wise. He's been in the NBA Finals before, and I'm not discrediting the OKC coach either. He's had his run in the G League as well, but I think this is a much younger team than when he had with the Dallas Mavericks. It's a different era of basketball. Of course, it was a better style of basketball, but I'm just confident. And what we've seen in the NBA Finals and what we've seen in NBA playoffs altogether is that it matters how you finish. It never matters how you start.
Win. Who do you got tonight? OKC Thunder or the Indiana Pacers? SGA or Tyrese Haliburton?
Oh my goodness, man! Like I was telling a man from Seoul this past week, I am so sick of the sports shows talking about, oh my Haliburton or oh my Hallie. I get it. He's on fire, game-winning shots. He can play. I'm not down on the guy. He can ball.
Hoop Edit's got the Pacers.
I got the Pacers. Just because they won game one, Troy, I got the Pacers edging them out again. I just got them edging them out. I just got
George says, what the Ellie?
Wow.
Crazy to say. I still think OKC is going to win the series, but I think Pacers clipped them on game 2 tonight.
Wow.
I know. The man from Seoul's probably like, "When you must be smoking something."
Yeah, Mario said, "Good evening, Coach Taylor and Coach Lambo. I just came in this live stream and wanted to talk about football and trying to get better consistently at D tackle and fullback, improving my strength. Love y'all. We love you too. Keep grinding." We do not get any views on YouTube when we talk about getting better in football. I guess more people want to talk about pro sports. What do you think about that, Lambo? Is that true? I mean, NBA right now is king. Is there anything else to watch right now?
Well, yes. if you're the man from Seoul, I mean, he likes baseball. If you're the man from Seoul as well, I mean, there's golf and stuff going on. But like he said, the NBA product is not the same as it was back 10, 12 years ago, especially when they had the Christmas uniforms and other things and Kobe Bryant and LeBron James and whatever. But this is holding off until the NFL season comes back, until NCAA college football comes back. So we're just watching a game, but the NBA Finals on ABC, we'll see how the outcome comes tonight.
George says, I don't think we winning tonight, but definitely winning the championship. Indiana Pacers, NBA Finals. Man from Seoul, how do you feel?
Man, I'm flabbergasted that these guys they're on the Haliburton like gravy train or something, or they might be on the Haliburton kickback train. He might be giving them some paychecks or something.
Hold on. Let's see. Haliburton. Yeah, Haliburton.
Troy, let me interject really quick.
Yeah.
Piggyback off of what Lambo said and the man from Seoul said about the state of the NBA. So I'm going to share this story. So obviously my son graduated a couple of weeks ago now. Congrats to him. Proud of him. Love him to death. He's going to go and do great things at FUMA. And my mom and dad were here in Colorado for his graduation. So I think it was game 2 or 3 of the Western Conference Finals with the Minnesota Timberwolves and OKC Thunder. Is that correct, gentlemen?
Yes.
Yes.
So my dad, obviously, old school, 76ers, Celtics, Lakers, those boys, So I said, Dad, let's watch. I said, Dad, let's watch, game 3 tonight, the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Minnesota Timberwolves. He said, who? And don't get me wrong, gentlemen, he doesn't keep up. He doesn't keep up with it like we do. I mean, we're into it. He said, who? I said, yeah, Dad. These were 2 teams that came on in the league. But I said the OKC Thunder, Dad, they came from Seattle some years ago now when they were the Seattle Supersonics. Now they moved down to Oklahoma City. He's like, wow, I didn't know that. But he shook his head and was like, all right, I'm really not interested in watching these teams. So just to let you know, if he feels that way, imagine that others are feeling that way. However, this is definitely not a finals that I seen coming. I mean, at least OKC I thought would get there, but definitely not the Pacers. But hey, we got what we have now, gentlemen. But I thought I would share that story.
JC Webb says hi. Dario says, how can I get my speed, acceleration, agility? Because I don't got the ladder drill. I don't got like a tennis ball I could use. I'm trying to figure out how to get good. Find a line and hop over it back and forth, side to side, both feet, then go 1 foot. Just go 15 seconds hard. Right foot, front and back. Left foot, front and back. Right foot, side to side. Left foot, side to side. I mean, find a tennis court. That's the best way. Keep grinding. Hey, this is for all you NBA Finals fans out there. NBA Finals Game 2, Pacers at Thunder on ABC.
Welcome once again to the NBA Finals, presented by YouTube TV.
Man, exciting times. The NBA Finals. Lambo, did you expect it to be the Pacers and OKC in the NBA Finals, or were you predicting a back-to-back for the Celtics?
Well, I was predicting a back-to-back for the Celtics, but I think once they blew those 20-point leads, in game 1 and game 2, I knew we lost the series. So I kind of just cut the TV off because, they're an analytic team. I don't like their offense, but like I said, I'm not the head coach. I don't control what offense they run. I'm not a big thing at jacking threes. I like going inside. I like pick and rolls. I like the post. I like actual set plays like they run in college, but this is the NBA. This is the National Basketball Association. So, I mean, it is what it is. I expected the Boston Celtics and maybe the Timberwolves to meet up in the finals, but it is what it is. We got the Pacers and the Oklahoma City Thunder, and Oklahoma City Thunder fans should be proud after what Sam Presti has done with accumulating the draft picks and getting trades. They're there. Nobody expected them to be there, 8 years later? So they should be proud.
Dario says, how do I get off blocks more consistently and effective as a D tackle if you're double teamed or triple teamed? Well, if you're double teamed or triple teamed, there's probably a backer there to make a tackle, and you fight off a one man. Justin Medley, Coach Troy, what's your pick for the Pacers and Thunder NBA Finals? Tonight, I think that's going to be OKC. Coach Bald, Totem Pole Nation, the president of Totem Pole Nation. Coach Bald, this is for you.
Welcome once again to the NBA Finals, presented by YouTube TV.
Hey, real quick.
Let's go. Yeah.
Troy, man from Seoul, y'all are on it tonight. It's a clean sweep. Malika, Bob, Stephen A, and Big Perk all picked the Thunder to win. So
What did Big Perk say?
I didn't hear what he said. 'Cause I just have my TV on low, but they just went through their picks, and
Yeah.
they all swept. They all had a clean sweep, picked the Thunder to win. And they're probably going to, because they're a little pissed off.
Dario, how am I able to keep college coaches contacted even if they haven't seen the tape of me or haven't seen the person but heard of that person? Just email, send messages on Twitter. Hey, man, get on their live streams. Get on their live streams. You know, eventually they will know who you are, Dario. You got a very recognizable name. Tonight, Indiana Pacers versus the OKC Thunder, NBA Finals. The full game live stream of Game 2. Man from Seoul.
Yes, sir.
Are you awake?
I'm awake. And I am
Lambo.
trying to.
Yes. What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to work some books here. I'm talking.
Okay, work some books.
Work
Here's
some
always
books.
a good topic. LeBron James.
Who?
LeBron James was very upset that he's not in this finals. Will LeBron James be back with the LA Lakers next year? When?
Yes, he will.
Yes, because he doesn't want to win another championship.
Bingo, Lambo. With you all the way on there, Lambo. He don't want to win another chip. He wants to hang out in LA, make their decisions for him. And as the man from Seoul will say, try to get his other son drafted by the Lakers.
Nice.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa.
Coach Bald.
I need to sign off. There's a guy in a white hat.
Coach Bald, what are your thoughts tonight? Indiana Pacers versus OKC Thunder, Game 2 of the NBA Finals.
You know what? It's do or die for OKC. The Thunder are gonna bounce back harder than you've ever seen those guys ever bounce back. Hey, look, take out the mortgage. Take out the mortgage.
I'm taking it out right. That's why you see me over here.
Place it on the boys right now.
I knew
Max
what you were
wager on OKC. These guys are gonna woodshed these guys.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what, Lambo?
Yep.
You still might be getting treated for winning that bet on the food. But guess what? It ain't happening tonight, my man. It is not going to happen tonight.
I thought it was a 4-game series and not a 2-game series. I thought it was
SRT Doc says hi, coaches.
It's a 4-game series, not 2.
And Dario, we will answer your questions on our next live stream when we do it on Twitter, because we got a lot of NBA people commenting here.
Wait, hold on. Can we make a side bet here? Because he said it's on 4 games, not 2. So tonight, Lambo, me, you. What we got? I got the Thunder. You got the Pacers.
We already got a bet for the series.
How about tonight? No, I said tonight.
I don't bet on one game. I'm talking about bet on the whole series. I don't do one game apiece. Don't do that.
Don't say you got the Pacers, bro. Don't do it.
I do got the Pacers. I got the Pacers.
You don't
yes, I do.
You don't
yes,
have
I do.
The
Yes,
Indiana
Hey.
Pacers.
Can I say one thing, guys?
Yes, you can say one thing.
Reunited and it feels so good.
Yes, it does. Yes,
Captain
it does.
Kirk is in the house.
To the NBA Finals, presented by YouTube TV.
Captain Kirk is in the house. Crystal Ball, Lambo, the legend, and Coach Taylor. Hey, the latest hit ever in high school football. Coach Taylor, you own that. You own that. You own that penalty, my man. I was there, and I'm proud to be a part of it.
Yeah.
But I love what we're doing here with Totem Pole Nation. We are live.
Wilston Parker. I just found out coaches go live. This is so interesting. I'm stuck with you. We're stuck with you.
Yeah,
This is
hey.
for you. Yeah, thank you,
Parker.
Totem Pole Nation, for giving us a
Parker.
platform.
Up, down. Ready. Down. 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 Let's go. We have done more up downs than any coaches you have ever witnessed. I can promise you that.
Yeah.
Me and my main man, Coach Taylor, we had a guy by the name of Coach Nicely, which is exactly the opposite of what he was.
Yes.
He was a savage.
Blaine said, I love you
believe,
guys.
I believe he was a, what was he? He was
Airborne. He's airborne.
Oh, and I'm going to tell you what, he made us do this thing called the circle, which they wouldn't allow you to do it now, guys. There's no way.
No.
There is no way. Like, they would put you in prison to put people doing the kind of stuff that he made us do.
Yeah.
But that's why we are how we are, because of him. You know what, guys? You're never gonna get what you want, but you're always gonna get what you work hard for. And
Yes.
to be here on this podcast with you guys, Captain Kirk, my main man from Seattle, Lambo, you and Coach Taylor, man. People ask me all the time, what is your favorite place? I do not have a favorite place. I have favorite people. Where my favorite people are, that's my favorite place. And that is where we are right now. I am where I want to be right now. I'm with my favorite people, my favorite place right now, live here, Totem Pole Nation.
Welcome once again to the NBA Finals, presented by YouTube TV.
Well said, Coach. I have
Blaine
to
said, let's
comment
go
on that.
Pacers.
Well said, Coach. But I will say this. I hope everyone is out there listening. Before you leave this earth, put this destination on your bucket list. You got to get to Seoul, South Korea.
Yeah.
Whatever you do, put it on your bucket list. One of the best places you'll ever experience. I am telling you.
Better than the NBA Finals. Indiana Pacers, OKC Game 2. There's great kimchi. They got great kimchi. Lambo, have you ever eaten kimchi?
Yeah, we tried kimchi at his house last summer.
Yeah. It's like
It was good. Yeah, it was good. Got a little spice to it. It's great. It's great food. I like food like that. It's great food.
Blaine says Haliburton goes off for 30. Ali, what the heck?
I don't know about 30.
The choke Selly.
I don't know. I don't know about.
I mean, why do we gotta see? We're still dealing.
I still think the Pacers are going to win.
Hey, hold on, Lambo.
Hold on.
You said they're going to win the series or win this game?
The Pacers are going to win this game. I don't think Haliburton is going to get 30. He might get about 20. I don't know about 30. I don't know.
How much money you got on that? How much money you got on that winning the game tonight?
It's the tip. Chet Holmgren.
Series.
Chet Holmgren.
How much you got winning the game tonight? Let's bet. Can we bet $1? They're not winning tonight.
Why would I bet $1?
Chet Holmgren. Live from OKC.
So
the Indiana Pacers.
How much you do this? Because you don't want to put no money on it. So let's bet $1. So I can tell you that you're dead wrong.
What? It doesn't matter if they win game 2 if they don't win if they don't win the series.
OKC.
$1. You got $1. You got $1.
Nice.
Yeah,
you can't put $1 on the Pacers tonight, but you can sit here and blast with blasphemy on the airways and say that they're going to win tonight? Wow.
How is that blasphemy if it doesn't matter if they don't win
Pacers
game 2, they
3.
don't win the series? It's a series to
OKC
4.
2.
Whoever wins 4 games.
You're sitting here bumping your gums saying they're going to win tonight. They're not winning tonight. I will bet you $1,000 they're not winning tonight. But
It doesn't matter if they don't win the series. It don't matter.
Chet Holmgren.
I never heard a person say, "Oh, they don't win game 2 or game 3," and be like, "Oh, well, they didn't win the series, so it don't matter."
Are there odds in Vegas on tonight's game?
Still no Hartenstein in the starting lineup, Blaine says.
Are there
Great
odds
point.
on tonight's game in Vegas?
I took the over.
Are there odds on who wins or who loses?
Who loses?
I said, are there odds in Vegas on who wins and who loses the game tonight?
Yeah.
Who do you got? Because I got the Thunder side.
I got the Pacers winning the series.
Okay.
But you're not picking one tonight.
Okay, you want to be a series? Hey, you want to be a series guy? Let's up our ante here. Let's up our ante.
Acuna says if Haliburton another clutch tonight, he would be the greatest clutch player in NBA playoffs history. Wow.
See, they're all over. They are all over him, just like Lamborghini.
Paul says OKC will win the series. Man.
Yes.
Welcome once again to the NBA Finals, presented by YouTube TV.
And I
Blaine says that's tough to say.
My chips are to the middle of the table. You see this? That means I'm pushing my chips in on OKC to win the series.
You're all in. OKC and
All
the Pacers. Pacers 5, OKC 4 with 9 minutes and 53 seconds left. Blaine, Paul, Acuna, appreciate y'all commenting. Appreciate y'all being here on Totem Pole Nation for the finals presented by YouTube TV. The NBA Finals Game 2. Wow, buckets. OKC 7, Pacers 5. Man.
7-7.
They're not going to miss those tonight, folks. Yeah. You might as well exit stage left because it ain't happening.
SGA. Is SGA top 5? Put it in the chat. Is SGA top 5?
He's definitely
NBA?
top 10. There's not a guy on Indiana that's in the top 10.
Not the Holly?
No.
No.
The word of Elijah. Nah. Word of Elijah. Welcome back. You are a superstar. And word of Elijah, I know you have OKC, so this is for you. NBA Finals Live. Thank you for spamming the chat. Hey, like the stream. Retweet it. Spam the heart emoji, man. We love y'all. Word of Elijah. I have no takes today. I just got to see what happens. Word of Elijah. That's a great point of view. So what have you seen in these last starting minutes of this game? What have you seen so far?
Just a little bit of a punching match. Just kind of feeling each other out. Just one turnover by the Thunder so far. SGA just got a bucket in. But yeah, punching match, Troy, just feeling each other out. No, within 2. I'm still early.
Paul, what have you seen so far?
I've seen-
Pacers versus OKC.
Thanks for coming to me, Troy. Thank God you came to me. I see a sense of urgency from the Thunder, and I see a sea of blue at the arena. There's gonna be one of those runs. There's gonna be one of those runs from OKC, and it's gonna close the book on these guys.
OKC
Seriously,
12,
right.
Indiana 10.
Yeah, just get ready for the run. There's gonna be a run out and a lot of dunks and a lot of run outs. I'm telling you right now.
Wow, they're not calling anything. They're letting them play tonight.
Yep.
Chet Holmgren, what are you doing? Inspector Gadget, what is going on? Pacers, OKC Thunder, Tyrese Haliburton.
No, he's not that dude. See, that set shot stuff. It's not. No.
SGA.
He's trying to be a hero.
He's doing too much, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Word of Elijah says, I think mid-second for the run around 9 minutes.
Yes.
OKC.
Yeah, you're right. I agree. I agree. This is a setup. It's going to be a run out. There's going to be a lot of run out dunks here in about. Yeah, just get ready.
Word of Elijah. It'll be a sturdy first based off the last win.
Yeah, they'll try to hang. They'll try to hang around a little bit, and then it'll
off of the energy. Word of Elijah.
It'll be a run out session.
So, Lambo, what are your thoughts at the first commercial break? Blaine says SGA should have not won MVP. Charles said, good evening, all. Thank you, Charles. What are you thinking right now, Lambo, after the first commercial break?
Well, SGA should have not won MVP is kind of false. He was clearly the best player in the league this year. Number two, both of these teams are just filling each other. You know, they're going to get off to fast starts. If you look at the first quarter score so far for the past 5 minutes, it's higher than it was in game one. So we'll see what adjustments needs to be made, but it's going to be adjustments all throughout the game. So
Charles,
who's going to finish strong and who's going to have the least amount of turnovers?
Charles says there was a tornado warning.
Who's gonna win the game, Lambo?
The Pacers.
I bet Coco isn't airing the finals, no split screen. Charles says they have tornado coverage airing in KOCO. Blaine says the Joker. Should the Joker, Paul, have won the NBA MVP over the OKC's Thunder's SGA?
No, not at all. Nope.
He already won it twice.
Yeah, he won it twice, and that I don't go off past history, but I'm looking at this season, dude. They finished number 1 in the league. They had the best record in the NBA, and he was the headline guy. Like, I mean, Joker, yeah, he put up incredible stats. So, yeah, so did Lamar Jackson. But they traded.
I think he should have put Luka Doncic because he was a small market. He should have never been switched to LA. So Charles, yeah.
Well, he's going to LA. He's going to LA. Mark my word.
Joker is.
Joker and Luka are going to be. Joker's going to LA when LeBron.
I'm calling ICE any illegals in here. No.
Wow.
Word of Elijah. Hartenstein is the key. If he touches plus 15, I think they win. They also have to stop Big Obi. Blaine says, okay, but did SGA average a triple-double? That's a great point, Blaine. And Josh Allen deserved MVP. Josh Allen of the Buffalo Bills. Gary, Pacers in 3. Gary Williams says the Pacers in 0.3. Thank you, Gary. Pacers OKC, game 2. Win. What have you seen since the first commercial break?
Oh man, just again, just feeling each other out. It felt like OKC was going to go on a little bit of a run, and then they'd come down and hit a three. Yeah, they're within two right now. They're about to go to the free throw line, the Pacers. OKC, do not let the Pacers hang around. Like Lambo said earlier, just don't let them hang around. But no, still a filling out session, Troy. But just like OKC can embarrass any team in their building, they can go on a freaking 13-0 run here in the next 2 minutes. So you never know.
Word of Elijah. I'm so tired of hearing Josh Allen's name.
Ooh.
He's good, but a regular season quarterback.
Wow.
Indiana Pacers, OKC Thunder, NBA Finals Game 2 presented by YouTube TV. The Indiana Pacers lead 1-0 in the series. I've been watching that Shaq Power Moves on Netflix, and SGA was the first person that Shaq wanted to go get when he got the Reebok job, because I guess he wears Converse, and his contract was up. But Shaq was like, SGA, we got to get him. That was who Shaq picked. But yeah, he re-signed with Converse. Danger. The Indiana Pacers stole one. OKC Thunder in 5 still. Thank you, Danger. This is for you. Appreciate you tuning in. What the Holly?
Oh, my goodness. So tired of hearing that.
Word of Elijah. I still can't believe the Indiana Pacers won game 1. Laugh out loud. I had the Indiana Pacers for sure game 4 at home, and maybe this game possibly. Game 2 of the NBA Finals.
Yeah, see, they're gray. These people are gray.
SGA. SGA is another Dr. J. Is that what we're saying?
Yep.
SGA reminds us of Dr. J.
Yeah.
The doctor.
And just a little bit of Kobe.
Paul wants to know, what is the score? The score is the Pacers 11, OKC 13. Thank you, Paul, for joining us with 5 minutes and 30 seconds left in the first quarter. The word of Elijah says SGA is a 6'6" CP3.
He's better than him.
The word of Elijah said CP3 midi.
No, yak.
SGA. Caruso.
Yep, Caruso with the 3 ball.
Headband. Caruso.
Yep, Caruso with the 3 ball.
3 ball corner pocket.
Yep.
Hey, whose TV is up?
Not mine.
Could be mine. Let me turn it down.
Indiana Pacers, OKC Thunder, NBA Finals, Game 2, presented by YouTube TV. Tyrese, what the helly? Haliburton.
No.
SGA. Who hit that shot?
Stop.
Matherin.
It wasn't him. Yak.
Wow. Brick City. Word of Elijah. Laugh out loud.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, get downhill. And to our Korean counterparts, 안녕하십니까?
Caruso. Indiana Pacers 14, OKC 16. Word of Elijah. Wouldn't be surprised if a few Indiana Pacers pull a Gabe Vincent next year. Would that surprise y'all if a few Indiana Pacers pull a Gabe Vincent next year?
Not at all. Especially in this league.
Yeah, Hartstein.
Nope, not especially in this league, Troy. You don't know what's gonna happen, man. These agents are trying to get these guys their money, man.
NBA never broke again.
True.
OKC Thunder, Indiana Pacers.
Well, CP3, he's down with us.
Blaine said Pacers need to get Giannis. Ooh, Giannis Antetokounmpo. I'm going to go. Is that close enough?
It is. It's close enough. But guess what, though, Troy?
There.
It's going to be like I'll always bring the Phoenix Suns into this, man. They're going to have to give up their entire team just to get him.
Word of Elijah says to get paid. Ed said Raptors need Giannis badly. Thank you, Ed.
No,
or not KD.
Well, look, see, Giannis and those guys are a good fit for teams that, again, the NBA's changed. Hello, newsflash, look at who's in the finals. We got teams that have 10 deep on the bench. If you got to give up players to get Giannis, you're going to be a rebuilding team. The NBA has totally changed right before our eyes. You can't just join another superstar and three superstars. You're not beating the Thunder or the Pacers with three superstars.
Blaine says, I see Giannis to the Spurs. The word of Elijah says Raptors already a solid team. Do y'all agree with those two takes? Blaine
well, I would
said,
say right now, if the Spurs do not, if the Bucks take the Spurs number 2 pick for Giannis, the
word of Elijah, the Raptors were just injury struck last year. Ed says, or Durant would be nice.
I have a feeling that Durant might. I don't like this, but just in my head, I have a feeling Durant might go to the Celtics just for Tatum because he's not going to be there half the season.
No.
Durant is old as blank.
No, he's
word
not.
Of Elijah.
He still gets buckets, and if he goes to the Knicks, it's a problem in the East. It's a problem.
Danger says
if I was the Knicks, I'd give up Big Cat for him.
Danger said OKC Thunder got 15 number 1. OKC Thunder got 15 number first round draft picks in the next 7 years. They can go anywhere they want. Great point, Danger. Word of Elijah.
They can get. And here's the thing: what people don't realize, and I heard this the other day, they can give up picks to the Suns, all the half those first round picks, and bring Durant to OKC back home so he can retire. And I'm telling you right now, if the Durant is on OKC and they don't lose anyone,
the wrap.
Forget about it.
Yep. Sorry.
Celtics, everybody just close up shop.
Yep.
Word of
LeBron.
Elijah. Word of Elijah says, if anything, Devin Booker should be shopped by the Phoenix Suns. And the word of Elijah says Kevin Durant still might finish with the Wizards. Wow.
No,
I guess he's
from
the NBA.
No,
he'll be back.
We don't want cupcakes.
He's with the Wizards. He ain't going to the Wizards. He's not even going. He will never end up at the Wizards. But if he ends up at OKC, you know what? Next year, this time, let's start talking about like growing like cucumbers in our garden. How about that? Like
The word of
put together
the word of
best,
Elijah.
the best gardens to
The
get
word
it.
of Elijah. That might be too much on one team, especially taking the ball out of SGA's hands. The word of Elijah, he's from DC. Montrose Christian was one of the schools he went to. I think he went to about 5. The word of Elijah, and then they finished at Oak Hill, I think. The word of Elijah, they have solid pieces now. DC does?
No, they don't.
No.
No,
Cool,
OKC has
smart,
OKC
Middleton,
has solid pieces.
Scar.
And again, if they get Kate, look,
Hey guys, yeah, listen.
if they get KD,
The Suns
anybody,
need,
it's
they
over.
need picks. The Suns need picks, and they
They need
and they
picks.
could deal. They could
And
deal with
Sam Presti
OKC,
knows
man.
that.
Yep.
Scar is a sleeper. Danger says they wouldn't take the ball out of SGA's hands. Kevin Durant would just be a shooter. Indiana Pacers, OKC Thunder. Scar is going to wake people up next year. Exactly. Hey, we got a tied ball game right now on my screen. 17-17. Indiana Pacers, OKC Thunder. Haliburton in the house. Was that a backcourt?
Hey,
It was a backcourt. Yep.
Blaine says Pacers trade Turner McConnell and a couple first-round picks for Booker and Tyus Jones. Natural
No.
Nate, y'all excited for the NBA draft? I think the draft process and who picks first is messed up. Dallas made the play in, I think. Yeah, it's the lottery. You're right. The word of Elijah. That wouldn't hurt OKC more than anything. Chemistry trumps talent any day of the week. Pacers are up 20-17 against the Thunder.
I guess you should have bet, Lambo. Wow.
The game's not over.
OKC's got a bucket.
Matter.
Word of Elijah. McConnell is an important piece to that team. That's a great point. Word of Elijah. Haliburton is jacking. Is he thinking he's Kobe? What is going on?
Of course he does.
Is Haliburton jacking?
Halliburton and Kobe
Chet
should never
Holmgren
be
got
mentioned
bucket.
in the same. Halliburton and Kobe should never be mentioned in the same sentence.
Yes, totally agree. No way in the world.
Chet Holmgren. The word of Elijah said the light-skinned mama.
It's a 2-pointer. Foot on the line. It's a 2-pointer.
See, Lambo, you should have bet, man. They got this game wrapped up for you.
Sure.
No Taden says biggest hot take is Pascal Siakam is going to win Finals MVP. Siakam. Mason Padgett, welcome back. Who y'all got winning it all? Who did I pick last time? I think I said the Thunder. Lambo's got the Pacers. Man from Seoul has got the Thunder, and I think you picked the Thunder, didn't you?
Yeah, I picked the Thunder to win the series. Yes, absolutely.
The word of Elijah, I could see Isaiah Joe leaving as well. Great point. Hey, man, we got a 1-point ball game right here, man. Pacers 20, OKC Thunder 21.
Damn.
120 left in the first. SGA with the brick. Mason Padgett, I'm with Lambo. I got the Indiana Pacers in 5 or 6. Go ahead, Mason Padgett. Mason Padgett, for that take, here you go. The word of Elijah, OKC with Trey Mann right now is OD. Shout out the Hornets. Yes, I saw the Hornets my first NBA game this year.
Let's say, yeah.
We're going dope.
Yep.
Blaine says Pacers in 6.
You see how they're probing It's called probing.
No
Mhm.
Tatum says, will Haliburton become the face of the NBA
He's
if
probing.
he wins the chip?
No.
Jamarius says, what's up, Coach Troy? What's up, Jamarius? Are you watching the game? NBA Finals Game 2, Pacers versus the Thunder.
Hey, Lambo, do you know the offensive guard that's coming from Thomas Dale?
Danger said
The
never.
one that we signed,
Yes.
he's coming in August.
Do you know his name?
I can't pronounce it or can't think of it right now.
How come I asked him yesterday at a picnic, does he know Coach Lambo? And he said no.
Because
Jamarius-
he probably met that I wasn't there. Probably he probably met Coach Chris, but I wasn't on campus yet.
But he's a
But
lineman.
they-
You don't want to know your guys?
I wasn't there yet.
Jamarius, I'm
You
not.
know he's
I came
coming.
to say what's up to all the coaches. Blaine said never what?
Are you about, dude? That's a player. That's one of your guys. He's going to be there for 4 or 5 years. You don't know
I
who
wasn't there yet.
Mason
I
Paget.
know that, but he's there. You know he's coming. Yeah.
Game on the
I knew.
line.
Huh? Okay.
Mason Paget, game on the line, one shot in the Indiana
I know your
Pacers. You
players,
already
man.
know it's going to
Players
be
more important
Haliburton.
than
again.
you. Soldiers
I
are
knew
more
my
important
player.
than you.
I wasn't there when it happened. I wasn't
You
there.
should reach out to go meet him. He's a player. You're coaching him for the next 5 years.
I already shook his hand.
You don't even know his name.
I don't know a lot of guys' names until the middle of the season. I'm bad with names until the middle of the season. I've always been like that.
It's not a good look, dude. You gotta be better than that.
D Life.
You gotta love players. You gotta love players.
D Life said
You gotta
Chet
know their name.
Holmgren.
You gotta know
I just don't remember their name to the middle
you
of the
gotta know
season.
their parents' name. You gotta know. You gotta love.
You got to know where they're from.
You gotta know where they're from. You
Chet,
gotta love.
D Life. Chet is a 7-foot lanky mofo. Blaine at
I
Marshall's
can't
death.
believe he didn't know you.
Team at the Curry or Haliburton. I want Haliburton. Danger. Still blows my mind. Kaysen was on Haliburton and not Dort. That's Dort's whole job. Man, we have some experts of the NBA on this stream. And it's not the guys on the video. It's the guys in the chat. The guys in this chat, you guys, y'all should be on the screen, not us.
They're bringing
whatever your name is, Buck.
They're bringing the Miami Heat.
Yes, this is for all the guys in the chat. Y'all are killing.
Welcome once again to the NBA Finals, presented by YouTube TV.
The chat is on fire. The word of Elijah. No, not SGA as a big body to shoot over. The word of Elijah. Just hold your hands up. Pacers. Thunder. Mason. OKC is going to choke in this finals like they did in the 2014 Western Conference Finals. The word of Elijah. As an MVP, you have to step up. What do you think and win from what you've seen? Word of Elijah says to the plate. Blaine, hot take, Katie and Giannis goes to the Raptors. Wow.
What?
Hey,
Oh,
that's very hot.
No, I mean,
Drake had to pay.
hey, look, you know what?
We
We forget who's up there, but the Raptors are capable of doing a lot of things. They got some. They got people that know what they're doing, and they're not afraid to take chances or spend money. They want a chip.
Mm-hmm.
They want a chip in the last 10 years, dude. That's saying something. Those guys want a chip because they took a chance on making a trade. But I mean, that's yesterday's NBA. That Raptors team. I don't think I'm going to make a bold take here. That Raptors team would not beat either one of the teams that are on the floor tonight, just because there's the benches are elongated.
We got a lot of comments.
Go ahead.
Blaine says he already said his hot take. Word of Elijah said how. D-Life. Shai learned how to foul bait from James Harden. That's how Shai learned these Oklahoma baiter moves. Mason Padgett, I agree with the word of Elijah. The word of Elijah and why. The word of Elijah, Ingram, Brown, Podol, and Grady. D-Life. I would have went to the NBA if I was okay, a foot taller, no doubt. Word of Elijah, etc. Danger. Raptors would have to trade away the next 12 years to get them too. The word of Elijah, Barnes, Barrett, and Quickly. The word of Elijah, Shai learned from CP3.
Well, I'll tell you right now. They're doing their stuff. They're doing their stuff. Here it comes. Are y'all ready?
Yes.
Are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
It's coming. Just keep watching. They're getting downhill. And if you stop them, they'll kick it. They'll do a kicky. They'll hang out at the kicky. Yo, Win, you want to go to the kicky? They're doing their stuff, man. It's about to turn into a rout here. Who called the 9-minute mark?
Word of Elijah.
Go back to that caller who said that does not.
Shai learned from CP3. Mason Padgett, Shai did not deserve MVP. It should have went to Joker because he averages a triple-double. Blaine says agree. Wyatt just joined in.
Out.
What's up, y'all? Tom Brady, GOAT.
Run out.
$1.99. Nice.
No, they're running out of here. There's
Danger.
a guy that said at the 9-minute mark that they're going to run up out of here.
Yeah, he gets a shout out.
That was word of Elijah.
Shout out. Send him a sticker because he's calling it.
Yeah, he called.
Elijah did. The word of Elijah is on it.
Yeah, it's a run out. They're running out. Yo, can we just end the show? They're running out of here. It's a run out of here. It's Caruso laughing.
Hey, to quote NBA Jam,
Win. Is Caruso laughing?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Because he knows it's a laugh-a-thon out there.
Hey, Colin, why is Caruso laughing?
What the holly?
Who's Colin? Hey, Colin, why is Caruso laughing?
Indiana Pacers 23, OKC 33. NBA Finals Game 2 presented by YouTube TV.
Oh, my goodness. They just scored.
Wyatt Burdick, I can't see the game. Who's up and what's the score? Pacers 25, OKC 33 with 9 minutes left in the second quarter. Word of Elijah, because he's about to get more minutes. Mason, yo, can be laughing when you down 0-1 and only up by 8. Great point, Mason.
No, Caruso was laughing. I saw him. He was laughing. And now they're just clanking endless threes. And they're just hitting.
Jacking.
OKC's jacking and hitting. Timeout.
Gonna take a TO, baby.
Yeah, it's gonna be a blowout, dude. This is gonna be a blowout. Thank God Lambo didn't bet $1 because he would have lost.
Wyatt Burdick. I like the shirt coach Lambo.
He's so smart.
Or is it what the hell?
All week long, Troy. That's all we heard. Every
Is
show.
it? Blaine
Oh,
says
it was crazy. Man.
Indiana Pacers got to hold it together. The Indiana Pacers have got to hold it together in game 2 of the NBA Finals.
They're not, though. They're going to mail it in here in a minute. And they're going to
Word of Elijah, I have a love-hate with the Indiana Pacers being down, at least against the Cleveland Cavs all year. So what is your thoughts, man from Seoul, about the game so far?
It's going not like I thought it would go. I thought that OKC would hit at a higher clip, because if they haven't, they're coming, they still haven't found their mojo, which when they're playing their game, there's not a team in this league that can stay on the court with them. And I mean, they're letting the Pacers hang around, but I think they're going to put their foot on the gas pedal, because they're not going to go too deep into the bench, and they're going to just run away with this. I mean, it's going to be 17 points is what I called. It's going to be a runaway. It's going to be a runaway.
Blaine said, I love the choke cell. The word of Elijah, them being down doesn't mean out. Mason Paget said, I say that the Indiana Pacers will get hot near the end of the game, like always, and win. The word of Elijah, they'll need to be up 10 in the fourth to have a chance. Paul Atrup Jr., here they go with their run. Word of Elijah, the Osers, that's right. Paul, OKC will win.
Mm-hmm. Good name. I love you, Paul.
So, win.
Yes.
What are your thoughts so far in the game? Are you satisfied with what you're seeing? Is this entertaining for you?
It's entertaining for me. Carlisle is taking early timeouts. He's not letting this thing get away from him. They're just constantly making adjustments. The Thunder cannot let them come down and just take a 3-ball and hit. As they get up by 11 or maybe a 12 spot, then they'll come down and hit a 3. And that's when you give them confidence and let them hang around. Can't do that if you're OKC. The man from Seoul says it's going to be a blowout. Thunder, just be cautious, Thunder, on the Pacers and Rick Carlisle.
Mason Paget, do y'all think the Indiana Pacers goes down Aranopus, what is that word? Just to win at the buzzer. Do you think the Indiana's going down just to win at the buzzer? Paul says OKC is a third quarter team and Pacers are a fourth quarter team. Blaine, it's like that girl from ESPN said, the first time is just luck. The second time it's a habit. The third time is a job. And the fourth time is just what the Haliburton.
Dude, stop talking about him. He's irrelevant.
What the Helly Burton? What the Helly Burton?
Yeah, he's a Haliburton, all right.
The word of Elijah, OKC
Clank
is an every quarter team when they
Run
feel
out.
like it. The word of Elijah, laugh out loud. Mason Paget, I meant on purpose. My bad for the mistype. That's all right, Mason. And I don't know if they're going down on purpose, but, Haliburton. My son said Haliburton was the best player on the court.
What?
What he said.
He's better than Siakam?
He said
no,
Jackson Dart. But how about run outs? We're running out of here. Let's run out of here. It's a run out. Yeah. Then why are you laughing? Like Hey,
The word of
wait,
Elijah said Haliburton.
hey, hold on.
Not
He
even
just
the
looked
best
like
one
Jalen
for Pacer.
Carter. He was laughing. I saw him laughing.
Oh my gosh! Look,
That's an
J Max.
intentional foul, ain't it?
He was laughing like Jalen Carter.
Yo, J Mac is gonna be on one tomorrow because Colin's back. He's gonna be wilding out tomorrow too.
Wyatt said Haliburton is not even the best on the team for
Hey,
real.
Colin.
No, he's not.
No, but hey, Colin.
Yeah.
Wyatt Burdick said Caruso is better than Haliburton. Lane said what? Mason, I think when it comes down to the end, Haliburton is better than Siakam.
Whoa. Still that dude to
What?
me. That's just me.
But is Haliburton better than this guy?
Absolutely not.
That's not even a question.
No.
That's not even a question.
Caruso better than Haliburton is a hot take.
Then why'd you take him, Lambo? You're the one who's all over there. You know what? You're all over. You got the Pacers tonight, and y'all are getting ran up out of here.
Word of Elijah.
It's
that
a
was
run
a
out of
hot take on Caruso.
Just free snaps.
The word of Elijah. Yeah, hot. Wyatt Burdick.
on you. It's
But
a
who won
snap.
the Western Finals MVP?
Let's get a snap. Hey, this segment is brought to you by Snapple.
Mason Paget, yes. Shai free throw Bates. SGA. Is that a commercial break? What's the score?
Yeah, no, we took a Snapple break because this is too many snaps from Chet Holmgren. I'm out of here later, guys. I'm out.
Chet Holmgren. Chet Holmgren, OKC Thunder. Indiana Pacers. The word of Elijah. Game 2.
Oh man. Now they're letting it get out of hand now.
Wyatt said, we love some free throw baiters. We love some free throw baiters.
Hey Lambo, you got it. You want to do like plus 20, minus 20 on this game?
The game's not over.
What you got?
Mason.
Not over. I don't bet
when
spread.
he is involved in the game, it's not over till it's over.
I don't bet spreads at all. It's a money line or nothing or overs.
Who you got on the money line right now?
I picked the over.
Who do you got on the money line right now?
I picked the over.
Who do you got on the money line?
I picked the over. Do you not understand? I picked the over. Over 228.5.
Do you not understand?
Okay. I understand clearly.
Hey.
But I didn't ask for over under bet. I asked him who he had on the money line. And he said
pick money line. I picked over under.
But who do you have winning the game?
I told
The
you
Pacers, the game ain't over.
To put up the broom.
I'll give you how about this? If the Pacers win, I'll give you 500. If the Pacers win, I'll give you 500. If the Pacers lose, you give me 100.
No.
Okay. You don't think they're winning. Okay. I'm just checking. Hey guys, everybody out here in America, see, that's your guy up there.
Word of Elijah, still too early. Word of Elijah, a lot of game left. Natural Nate. This one's over. Pacers up 2-0 in the series. Gunning back home. OKC ran out of juice. Wow. Wyatt Burdick, OKC will hopefully pull it through in the end. Faith, we won by 1, but we won. And this is for you, Faith. What a no bet, Faith said. Man, NBA Finals, Game 2. What a great stream.
No,
chat, y'all are the best.
No, it is.
Bryce Smith said OKC. OKC?
I'm legit.
Wyatt, winning is winning no matter the score. Blaine said in those games, 3 like always. Faye said laugh out loud.
Welcome once again to the NBA Finals, presented by YouTube TV.
Man, NBA Finals. Chet Holmgren has 11 points tonight. Stretch Armstrong, a.k.a. the Inspector Gadget.
Yep. Off to a fast start by Chet. Fast start.
Yeah, and Haliburton is not doing nothing.
Word of Elijah, on paper, yes, but a butt whooping and losing by 1 is totally different. Bryce Smith, Chet is going crazy. Wyatt says Holmgren is dropping 30.
He should have shot the 3.
Chet Holmgren is dropping 30.
Throw it. Throw it, man. Throw it. Whoa. Okay. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. 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 Drop. Yeah. 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 It's gonna be a run out. It's gonna be a run out.
Who hit that shot for OKC?
That was SGA.
SGA.
Dude, this is a blowout, dude.
OKC Thunder.
He just told this guy, yeah, yeah, yeah. You can't stay with me.
SGA.
Yes, that's who he is. These guys are scrubs to him, man.
Man, his shot, boom. The word of Elijah. I didn't understand
There
why
he goes. There goes that man. There goes that man.
To play defense on him the first game.
Look, employee number 2 has checked in for service.
He had like 7 points and 3 rebounds or something.
Yeah.
The word of Elijah. Well, we got a lot of chat, man.
Employee number 2 has checked in to raise the
Reverse
games. He's working next to Lambeau.
Sportsbook Lab wants to know, y'all not watching UFL playoffs.
I'm cooking here. You want me
Are we not watching the UFL playoffs?
You want me to hit? I can hit. If you want me to just make some baskets, I can make baskets of fries and chicken wings and chicken tenders. He's just making chickens out here. Ladies and gentlemen, employee number 2.
Bryce said SGA has been my favorite player.
He parks in the back of the parking lot.
Natural Nate, remember Indiana came back from 2020, 19, 17, and 15.
Yeah, they're not coming back tonight.
Wyatt Burdick, yeah, it does. Mason Paget.
This is a blowout of epic proportion. This is called a run out blowout. You know what? You've been to a run out blowout. It's like when you try to go into a gas station and go to the bathroom and you go in your pants. That's a run out blowout. You try to run out your car and you blow out in your drawers. Yeah, this is what this is.
Mason Paget, Shai does too much. Yeah, he's good, but sometimes he does too much.
Run out, blowout.
Hey, the gut in the corner on my left was so wrong about my Pacers. The guy in the corner of the left. Talk about that guy.
I can't take it,
He's
man.
really quiet tonight making bets, laugh out loud.
I can't take it. I can't.
They said, no, he's still talking. Wyatt, man, I'd rather
watch
watch a 37U game than the UFL sometimes.
Oh, man, this is just crazy, man.
The word of Elijah.
You never seen dudes go down the court like this at an AAU game, just like this? And they be like this?
Chill out, Wyatt, bro. You not like that.
Yeah, it's just put the gas in the airplane. Let's just get on out of here.
Wyatt's man, those games before a lot of time.
Hey, coach, put the buffet on the damn airplane, man. We don't need to eat in the locker room, man. We're about to get run up out of here, man. You've been to those games, Win. Lambeau's been a part of those. It's a
word Elijah says not. It does though.
I can't take it, man. I can't take it.
Welcome once again to the NBA Finals, presented by YouTube TV.
It's called a run-out blowout.
Run-out blowout. OKC.
you get run out dunks, and then you get blowouts. But when you roll into Pilot gas station or Wawa, and you just are like, you squeezing your butt cheeks trying to get to the bathroom, this is what we're dealing with here.
Mason said Lambeau looks annoyed and ticked off. Blaine, if the Pacers are down by 20 points or more by halftime, we lose. Word of Elijah, game 3 going to take their heart at home. It's going to be quiet as a mouse in game 4 until they do something.
Oh, wait. We can't.
Word of Elijah said not necessarily.
If you get beat by 50 in game 2, game 3 is not a given because they done took your heart. I said this. Rewind this show. I told them they're going to have to play this whole game because if they get beat by 50, then their heart going to Indiana is not going to be there. See, they're shaking their head and going, dude, I got to coach. Can we go back to the bathroom? I got to use the bathroom. I got to take a deuce.
Why?
This is. I told you. You need to send another helmet sticker to the dude that said 9-minute mark. These guys are going to run out of here, and that's what's happening. There's no coming back from this.
Why is it
blowout?
Crazy? Word of Elijah, Lambeau should be happy because they'll definitely get the over. The word of Elijah said, that's what I'm saying. The word of Elijah, I already have OKC winning game 3 by a blowout.
Yeah, but look, it's just quick passing. Yick. Look, rebound, kick out, kick back, kick over. Okay, all right. It's like the Harlem Globetrotters out here. It's embarrassing. This is an embarrassment to basketball. This is a Wawa special.
Wyatt Burdick says OKC might sweep the rest of the finals.
Cheddar and sausage hoagie. And before you leave Wawa, you got to go to the bathroom. This is what this is.
Paul
Wawa
said usually OKC loses game 3 almost every series. The word of Elijah said they're playing the Pacers. Chet Holmgren. Indiana 31, OKC 52. The word of Elijah said Pacers and Knicks have been the most shoddy, inconsistent teams all year.
Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, you're gonna see
Siakam on the line.
Hey, is anybody out here want to bet me on the over/under on dunks by the OKC Thunder in the second half? I'm taking over/unders on dunks. Because it officially, like, we can start talking about game 3 now if you want to. This one is like in the mail. And Lamborghini, you're going to be fighting for the over here because there's not going to be a lot of activity in the fourth quarter. This will be over with.
Paul said, what's your stat line? And then the word of Elijah said Pacers creeping. Paul says
13-point game
on the dunks for second half.
13-point game timeout.
How many points?
13-point game timeout.
13-point game.
Wyatt Burdick said OKC is already up by too much. I don't think this one's doable.
It's close. The game's close, man. Hold on. You got to check my inbox.
Check your inbox. Natural Nate. Here comes Indy. Here come the Indiana Pacers. Going to be funny seeing the man from Seoul's reaction when this one's over. Wow.
Who said that?
Natural Nate. Natural Nate said it will be funny to see the man from Seoul's reaction. Wyatt says, man, they're close. Never mind. Holy cow, they might come back. The Pacers might come back, Wyatt says. The word of Elijah said it's basketball. It's like a 4-possession game. It's like a 4-possession game.
Nope.
NBA Finals Game 2, Indiana Pacers, OKC Thunder. Tyrese Haliburton and SGA.
No.
Wyatt Burdick said, I hope not, though.
Not happening.
Welcome once again to the NBA Finals, presented by YouTube TV.
Paul said, what's the score? What is the score? I'm looking
52.
at Malika Andrews right now. What is the score?
52-39 OKC, or 54 now.
With how many minutes left in the half?
2:20.
There you go, Paul. Thank you, brother, for asking. SGA. SGA in the house. Word of Elijah. Look for Siakam to take over with his championship experience in the second half for the Indiana Pacers. Thank you, Word of Elijah, for all your great insight. Haliburton with the rebound. DCL says, hey, DCL, this is for you. Wyatt Burdick said, it's like football. Just give it to your best guy and let him work. Amen to that. Marcus, Indiana Pacers deserves this championship. Nobody cares about steak-eating OKC Thunder. Thank you, Marcus, for your comment. This is for you, Marcus.
Welcome once again to the NBA Finals, presented by YouTube TV.
Let's go. Let's go, Totem Pole Nation. The word of Elijah, nothing is deserved, only earned. I think that's some great wisdom from the word of Elijah. Siakam. The word of Elijah, I deserve $1 billion. I totally agree. You should be on TV and not Stephen A. Smith. $40-57, a minute 20 left.
Wakey, eggs and bakey.
Wyatt Burdick said we all do. Word of Elijah, laugh out loud. Amen. 59-40, a minute left.
Clank.
Word of Elijah, nah, not everybody.
Win. Win. Hey, there's Win. Win's here. Hey, Win, what's going on, man?
Oh, boy.
You good?
Wyatt Burdick said, yeah, maybe
Yeah,
not.
dude.
But
Yo,
do.
I was talking to Lambo. Lambo checked out of the podcast, man. But yeah, he was on here, man. He was talking about they're gonna run through them and stuff, man. And then he just got off the podcast, man.
Zach said Pacers going to sweep OKC.
Your boy Lambo.
Paul said OKC is going to cover that parlay I 11.
Or what the
Haliburton.
what? Haliburton, the hero boy. Hey, dude,
Haliburton.
it's over.
He's
Wow.
jacking.
He's
Word of
jacking.
Elijah. I just
Oh
forced
my
Haliburton
God,
to shoot on my soul. Leave him open. He'll hit a few, but not many.
He won't.
You know, he won't. Yo, Win, that's your boy. That's your boy.
Word of Elijah.
That's your
Him
boy.
be the hero.
That's you and Lambo. The guy, remember Lambo? He was on earlier. That's you. You guys were with him. You guys were rolling with him.
Oh, I rolled with the Pacers this game. Absolutely, I did. I'm not gonna lie.
I can't wait till Lambo comes back on because I'm gonna eat him alive.
I roll with the Pacers. I'll take that.
Wyatt Burdick. Force them into worse situations. That's the way to do it in all sports. Zach Pan. Pacers coming back.
Hey, man, they're gonna win the series, man. He's talking. He told me about. I don't know what they're gonna they're gonna win the series, man. I mean, I don't know about this game, man. That was Lambo, your guy. Yeah. And then he checked out. He checked out the podcast.
DCL, favorite baseball teams. Mine used to be the Braves. Who's y'all's favorite baseball teams? And then Word of Elijah says Pacers and Knicks touched my non-bet list a long time ago. DCL, who are your favorite baseball teams?
Hey, I used to follow the Braves coming up with David Justice when they got a series. I say the Braves. Been living out here in Denver the last 14 years. Rockies, no.
Blaine said Reds. Wyatt said Yankees. Zach said Haliburton needs to play better basketball, but scoring more points and preventing the opposing team from scoring. Laugh out loud. Marcus said all the pressures on a regular season overachievers OKC. DCL said I'm a Dodgers fan. Who are you a fan of, man from Seoul?
I'm a Yankees guy. And again, I will say this. I grew up initially as a Cubs guy, and I switched to the Yankees because I fell in love with Jeter and then Paul O'Neill and Mariano Rivera and just that crew that was coming through during my 20s. I liked those guys, and then I was a Yankee guy. But yeah, Yankees.
Word of Elijah. Oilers plus 1.5 tomorrow. Zach Pan. I bet you Zion gets traded to the Lakers this offseason.
Who cares?
DCL said I was born in California. Wyatt said I love New York sports except football. DCL. Lambo, I saw you look.
No, I used to like.
I promise I'm not bandwagon.
I used to like the Red Sox, but I don't pay attention to baseball. Their organization has been kind of up and down since all the Hall of Famers retired. So, you know, the one year they win the World Series, the next 3 years they don't make the playoffs. So, I just stopped watching baseball at that point.
Word of Elijah. New York only got the Yankees. Zach Pan, Pete Rose just got into the Hall of Fame. Wyatt Burdick, Lambo, you have a fantastic shirt on today. The Patriots. He's a big Patriots guy.
Yeah.
He's the Lambo Belichick.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. They're boring. He's not coaching there anymore. Next slide.
We don't like Vrabel?
I do, but
Mac Jones is not as good as Blaine Gabbert.
Not enough pieces this year. I am a Vrabel fan.
Word of Elijah, Carolina, baby.
Carolina Panthers?
Carolina Tar Heels, I think he means.
Oh.
They both are trash. That's what the word of Elijah said. DCL, did Brady make Belichick? Real question.
No.
Mac Jones is not as good as Brady Gronk. Is Mac Jones, where does he play at now?
The backup
Blaine says
quarterback
putting
for
Gabbard over
Jacksonville
Mac Jones is a hot take.
No, Mac Jones is with the 49ers now.
Oh, yeah. I forgot he switched.
Wyatt says Brady made Belichick.
The only reason I knew that, Lamb, was because I seen him at the podium the other day, and I thought he was still in Jacksonville too.
Yeah, me too.
Word of Elijah said, pick your poison with that, my guy. Zach, Jameis Winston is first quarterback to eat a W and lose the game by 3 touchdowns.
No.
Jason said Brady made Coach Belichick.
No, he didn't.
NBA Finals Game 2, Stephen A. Smith. Look at Stephen A. Smith
Mm-hmm.
from Winston-Salem University.
Mm-hmm.
Malika Andrews.
Mm-hmm.
Wyatt Burdick said, I think my grandma would have a passer rating higher than Mac Jones. DCL. Speaking of Winston, he is such a fun guy to watch. Did the first half go the way you expected, Lambo?
I mean, it's a long game. I mean, I look at it from the whole, not just game one, but I look at it from the playoff series. Despite the opponents they have, they've been down a certain amount of times. The game is not over until it's over. I mean, we've seen plenty of 20-point leads being blown in NBA Finals. I mean, in NBA Finals of the playoffs. OKC is doing what they're doing, but they're still letting the Indiana Pacers hang in there.
So the Shador conspiracy looks even wilder now. The word of Elijah. Zach.
Hold on. So, Lambo, are they coming back and winning the game?
Yes. I'm sticking with the same answer.
How much you got on that?
I'm not betting on that.
Why? Because you don't believe it. Next slide. Continue, Troy.
Continue, Troy.
Go, Troy. Go, Troy.
I want to know, do you guys do NFL games also?
Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean,
Totem
I do.
Pole Nation is back.
The guy in the top right screen, he's wishy-washy. He doesn't do nothing. Don't listen to him.
They've taken the air out of the Pacers. I just think the Pacers showed them everything to get that game 1 win. Word of Elijah said, chess, not checkers.
Welcome once again to the NBA Finals, presented by YouTube TV.
Paul, I know Coach Taylor's a Commanders/Redskins fan. Wyatt Burdick, the Pacers showed their whole hand in the first game. Paul,
yes.
Is this what you expected?
Yo,
from the first half?
No, I need a moment of silence because I was just thinking today as I was running down Holloway Avenue in Matoaka, one of the most beautiful places in America. I was thinking, dude, wait a minute. Let me not get this twisted. These guys, it was a fluky game. But you know what? What I said to myself, the OKC City Thunder can win 4 straight. And we can still end this thing in 5 games back in Oklahoma. Because it was a perfect storm to happen game 1. But if OKC wins the series 4-1, people will forget that Wait a minute, they won game 1. Yeah, I know. But they won 4 straight. Yeah, I know. How'd they do that? Because they were better. I'm not discounting the fact that OKC can win 4 straight games. They can win in Indy 2 games, come back and end the series. I'm not discounting that. That's just how good they are. They had a bad game 1. It was a bad game ending to the game. If they win the game, like we're talking about a whole like everyone's like they won though, but they were down a whole bunch. If they lost the game and the game tonight is where it's at, everyone's freaking out, going, "Man, this is gonna be a sweep." So let's not get too crazy about like who's up and who's down, because they could have easily lost.
We got a lot of
game.
comments.
Loss. Go ahead.
Blaine said Brady made Belichick because
By the way, wait, I gotta say it on the air. I know where you're from.
Belichick was in Cleveland and did nothing there. But as soon as he went to the Patriots, he wins 2 straight Super Bowls and then 4. Paul said, I'm a Redskin fan also. Chasen said, if OKC does not dominate, the Pacers will prevail. Wyatt. Blaine, you have to think he was on the Browns. There's not much he could do. The word of Elijah, OKC is the only team that has been consistent all year long. Guys, it was 2 years after they fired Belichick that the Ravens won the Super Bowl. The word of Elijah, start to finish. The word of Elijah and the Rockets. The word of Elijah, Celtics. Bryce Smith, I am back. Welcome back, Bryce Smith. This is for you. Zach, I mean, that's like saying Michael Jordan made Phil Jackson. Chasen said, if OKC does not start dominating, the Pacers will prevail. Sam Mason said, he's a 10-time Pro Bowler. Steelers a lock. Paul, Phil Jackson had Kobe Bryant also. The word of Elijah, not necessarily having a quarterback as anal as Brady is like having a cheat code with how he recognizes defenses and schemes. DCL, Paul, I'm a Chargers fan. Blaine, where do you think I am from? Bottom left corner.
Yeah.
Bottom left corner. Where do you think Blaine Chalice is from? Man from Seoul. Where do you think Blaine Chalice is from? That's what he asked.
Richmond.
The word of Elijah, crazy land with all those wild takes. Yes, that's Totem Pole Nation. Word of Elijah, I don't know where he's coming up with all this stuff. Zach, Justin Herbert will be statistically the second best quarterback to never win a ring to Phillip Rivers. What about Dan Marino? Blaine, incorrect. Word of Elijah, Toronto. Zach, at the end of his career. Wyatt, he's from Buffalo. Blaine Chalice said, I live in Indiana. Blaine lives in Indiana. Man from Seoul. The best quarterback to never win a ring is Dan Marino. Jim Kelly also never won a ring. Who else? Who else are the best quarterbacks to never win a ring? Dan Marino, Jim Kelly, Phillip Rivers.
My guy Philly Phil from NC State.
Phil Rivers, yeah.
Phil Rivers.
DCL said, dang, well.
You know who he just popped in my head?
Cam. Zach said Jamarcus Russell.
What?
Cam and the guy that played in
Josh Allen.
yeah.
DCL
And,
said.
well, hold on. The guy that played
Well, he's
in
still playing.
played in Arizona.
Who? Oh,
No,
you talking about Carson Palmer?
Carson Palmer.
no.
The word of Elijah said biggest bust in history. DCL said Jamarcus
He
Russell.
played in Denver. And he played.
Was he the starting quarterback or backup?
Both. He was a starter in both Denver and Indy. Jake the Snake.
Plumber?
Yes.
Jake Plummer. Nice. Zach. Carson Palmer. The word of Elijah said he was supposed
Cutler
to be
in there too.
And Pryor. Zach Pants said Tim Tebow.
No.
No.
Who is the GOAT? Michael Jordan or LeBron?
No.
There's only one GOAT. All right. And his name starts with M. And his last name starts with J. And he wore number 23.
How about
Other than he wore 4 or 5.
Jake Plummer? How about
Tebow's garbage.
no
Opinion on Troy Polamalu, one of the best players to ever play. Tebow is like Haliburton. Ooh, that's a low blow, man. Zach, Donovan McNabb, Wyatt. We love Troy. The word of Elijah, a few good playoff games.
Tim
Paul,
Tebow,
Michael Jordan 1, Kobe 2, LeBron James 3.
Tim Tebow is not Donovan McNabb. He's not.
I missed the
No way.
take, gentlemen. What was the
There's
take?
no way.
There's been
No
a
way.
lot of takes. And
No
it has
way.
been beautiful.
No.
Oh, nah. Tim Tebow is nowhere near Holly.
Who?
If you're talking about college, what?
No, Tebow is Haliburton. Justin Medley, DC versus Michigan for the spring football championship next weekend, gentlemen.
Yep.
He's fired up for UFL football.
Yes, he is. You should be too, Troy and
I'm
Lambo.
fired up for UFL football.
You should be too, Lambo. Who's
Did
a
Arch
college-
Manning get a ring? No. Did Arch
I'm
Manning
going
get a
for-
ring?
coach that
I'm
doesn't
going
know his players? He doesn't know anybody. He doesn't know the guys he's coaching. Lambo, come on, man. Be better.
The word of Elijah, a few decent playoff games and people start talking crazy. Man, this has been a wonderful game 2 of the NBA Finals, Indiana Pacers versus OKC Thunder, presented by YouTube TV. Zach Pan says Jay Cutler, Trent Green, and JP Losman. Thank you, Zach. Now we're back, man. OKC Thunder and Indiana Pacers. Second half of game 2 of the finals. Word of Elijah, they thought Tebow was that guy. Word of Elijah, Cutler was trash. He was trash. Wyatt Burdick, Drew Bledsoe is the best to not win a ring. Word of Elijah, Cutler promo. Man, the chat is
No,
on
I
fire.
gotta say, not to
The
win a
chat's on
ring
fire.
has to be Dan Marino.
Yes.
The Marino man was just killing.
Marino was that dude, man. The
Yes, he
chat
was.
is on fire. Put some fire emojis in the chat, y'all. Jared Goof is in here. Boomer Esiason. He lost 2 Super Bowls. Word of Elijah, Danny Granger. Totem Pole on fire. Man, the chat is on fire. Miles Turner, Indiana Pacers. Best quarterback right now that isn't Mahomes. Well, you got
Best quarterback that isn't Mahomes. Ooh,
Jalen
Why?
Hurts.
Thank you.
wow.
Word of Elijah says Lamar.
Give me Joe Burrow.
The word of Elijah said simple. Not a question. Zach. Yeah, he was that dude. That dude never won a ring. Wyatt said Jared Goff, one of the best to not win one. NBA Finals, Indiana Pacers versus the OKC Thunder. Live. Talking to the chat. Chet Holmgren. Jared Goff, regular season quarterback. Jared Goff.
You can't expect these teams to make the Super Bowl every year, but I mean, Jared Goff has turned around the Lions organization pretty well, especially with Dan Campbell.
Jared Goof, no matter what, Fran Tarkenton is the second best quarterback to never win a ring. I forgot about crazy legs, Fran Tarkenton. Word of Elijah, just like Burrow. DCL, Joe Burrow's a dog, but it's hard when you have Mahomes dominating. Paul, you can't count quarterbacks that are still playing. That's a good point, Paul. Man, what a wonderful live stream we're having, Totem Pole. Why? Burrow is getting paid millions to be a regular season quarterback. The word of Elijah, Burrow is dang near Andy Dalton and Palmer 2.0. It just looks better.
What?
Wow.
What?
Joe Burrow is who?
Andy Dalton? What?
Andy Dalton and Palmer.
No.
Carson Palmer.
Oh, that's that. Oh.
Jared Goof says, nah.
Mm.
No, I don't think Jared Goff. I mean, I'm sorry. I
DCL,
don't think,
dang, bro.
no, Burrow is not Dalton 2.0.
No.
Wyatt
he's
said
not.
Andy Dalton equals Burrow. Jared Goof, worst opinion I've ever heard. The word of Elijah, he's good, but not winning come playoffs. DCL says that's crazy. The chat is on fire.
Man.
Chat.
Andy Dalton and Joe Burrow in the same sentence is a no either. It's
No.
Word of Elijah, Dalton was a heck of a quarterback at the Bengals. Y'all tripping. Trademark said Aaron Rodgers is better right now than old Big Ben was. DCL, Dalton's not like Burrow. The word of Elijah, Burrow just has more weapons. DCL, have you seen Dalton? Jared Goof, it is crazy that Ben Roethlisberger only all-pro selection was in his rookie year. Wyatt Burdick, bro, A-Rod is not better than prime Big Ben. The word of Elijah, he was just a regular season quarterback like Dak Prescott. Word of Elijah, one and done. A-Rod beat who? DCL, the word of Elijah. That's a valid argument. Man, the chat is going crazy. Totem Pole Nation. We are the low man on the totem pole. We are the underdog. I mean, we're going up against ESPN. We're going up against Barstool. We're going up against Fox Sports. Word of Elijah, prime Ben. Jared Goof, Aaron Rodgers is way better than Big Ben at his peak. The chat is going crazy. Indiana Pacers 46, OKC Thunder 66. Wyatt Burdick said, I mean, he's not better right now. Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers. Man. Trademark, prime Ben doesn't have the arm talent that A-Rod does. Paul says Big Ben has more rings than Aaron Rodgers. Nathan said, where's Uncle Phil? Wow. I think Uncle Phil, I think he's passed out. DCL.
Probably is.
Can we agree Ray Lewis might have been that guy?
he is that guy.
Wyatt
He
says
is.
no argument needed. Where is Uncle Phil?
I'm
Nathan
working.
wants to know.
Dude,
There
I'm
is
working.
Uncle Phil.
Dude, I'm on the phones. Look, I'm working. I'm working, man.
Paul said, Nathan, you in here? Yes, we are in here. Word of Elijah, Ben has the arm. It's more of the mobility Rodgers has over him. Thank you, Totem Pole Nation.
Welcome once again to the NBA Finals, presented by YouTube TV.
Man, everybody's fired up for NFL season.
I was about to say that.
About
So
the NBA.
yeah,
Man, it's time.
I think,
People are hungry for the NFL.
yes, they are.
Trademark says, I'm predicting the Cincinnati Bengals to have a losing record this year.
What?
The word of Elijah, Bengals in a tough division. These guys are fired up for some NFL football.
What you got, Lambo?
The Bengals ain't gonna have a losing record.
A losing record, that would be awesome to
That would
see,
be the
says
Pittsburgh
Wyatt.
Steelers.
The word of Elijah. The worst thing
stop.
they did was let Bates walk. Trademark says yes. DCL said, I'm ready for my Chargers, man.
He said the Steelers will have a losing record.
No, he said the Bengals.
No, he said the Steelers.
Trademark said Ravens 1, 2 Steelers, 3 Browns, 4 Bengals. Wow.
He up there.
AFC North.
Steelers. The Steelers. Will the Steelers have a losing record? Lambo.
DCL, time to get whooped by the Chiefs again. Wyatt, wow. Browns over Bengals. T-Mac 1. What's it do, fellas? T-Mac in the house.
Welcome once again to the NBA Finals, presented by YouTube TV.
Yo, you keep posting this.
Hold on.
And there's a guy up there who doesn't care about the NBA Finals other than who's going to win the series. Who's winning this game? I want to know that.
Word of Elijah.
Does anybody want to put money on who's winning this game?
The game is not over.
And I'll give you 20 points.
The game is not over.
Word of Elijah. I think so
I'll give
too.
you 20 points, Lambo.
Steelers don't have chemistry.
What's that bad?
And Mike Tomlin and Rodgers will probably clash unless he gets the green light. Jared Goff, I'm calling it. The Patriots win the AFC East. Wow.
No, we're not. I say second in the division. We're not gonna be better than the Bills. I say second in the division. Second.
Second in the division. I think
Yes,
when you say that, I'm seeing Uncle Phil's eyes, and they're looking like dollar signs. Like there's a possibility of him making money off of that take. The word of Elijah
already is.
but definitely not under the Browns. Trademark. Thunder will even the series, but the Pacers won by stealing that game 1. Great take. Paul. Bills will win the AFC East. DCL. Bro, there are a few things guaranteed, and one of them is Mike Tomlin of the Steelers dragging his team to 9-8. Wow. The disrespect for the Mike Tomlin.
No, I'll take them now that they have Rodgers.
Oh, so you like Aaron Rodgers?
No, I love Aaron Rodgers, but I like the Steelers to win more games than they lose this year.
Wyatt said, I think Aaron Rodgers will manage to get Mike Tomlin his first losing record.
Wow.
And if he does that, I will eat my money.
I don't think that's going to happen.
The chat is fired up, man, about some NFL football. DCL, Rodgers is good. The dude's just old.
Bro, it's better than Mason Rudolph.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, I'm not trying to rock Mason Rudolph. I mean, he's in the league for a reason, but I think they scrape in the playoffs with the Rodgers, man.
If it comes down to the fourth quarter, do you want Aaron Rodgers or the guy in New England?
Wyatt said, I don't hate Rodgers.
Why is that a comparison?
with
He's only been in year 2. That's not even a comparison. It's really not even a question to answer.
You mean Drake May?
Next slide. Yeah,
Jared Goose
or Aaron Rodgers.
That's not even a question.
Jared Goose. Aaron Rodgers is just overhated at this point. Paul.
Thank you.
I think the Pittsburgh will go 10-7 this year with DK Metcalf to go off. Word of Elijah. Rodgers just knows too much to listen. He's old and stubborn. Word of Elijah, trash. DCL. They need the O-line to protect him like their life depends on it. Amen. Word of Elijah. Mason Rudolph is straight garbage. Word of Elijah. Titans is the real Black Horse. Jared Goof, Mason Rudolph should be in the UFL. Wyatt Burdick says Drake May is greater than Aaron Rodgers.
No. Oh my, no. Don't do the 12-year, 13-year veteran to a second-year sophomore.
Yeah, no question. Aaron Rodgers all the way. And I'm not hating on Drake May because I think he's going to be good. But not
We'll see.
to Rodgers.
We'll see.
Paul says no way. DCL says laugh out loud. Jared Goof, Wyatt is on something. The word of Elijah says Drake May just needs more developing. Paul says Wyatt, you tripping.
Yeah, Drake May is going to be fine. He's going to be just fine. Because they got a good coach in there too. So they're going to be.
But if the game came down to the Steelers and the Patriots, Rodgers will win.
DCL said Drake May's the second-year sophomore.
Drake May's not ready for that smoke.
Wyatt said, I'm talking about this year. DCL said you can't
compare. And I'm talking about this year. Because everybody like Lambo wants to talk about 2031. I want to talk about 2025.
Word of Elijah, take on Bryce Young. I feel bad for Bryce Young, Wyatt says. DCL said, but you just can't compare that, Wyatt. Bryce Young. Word of Elijah said, what the F, why? What's y'all's take on the Carolina Panthers, Bryce Young?
He need a lot of help.
Yes, and I do think his last 6-7 games last year, he came on and was doing really good. I mean, just give him some weapons and let's see.
I mean, he's a wait and see.
Yeah, but good end of the year last year.
I'm not gonna call. Like, we should not be like calling a division for him or they're gonna win the division. Nah, nope.
DCL said there's a gap between that. The word of Elijah says he has help now. Why he was put in a horrible situation. He was put on a garbage team. T-Mac, Bryce needs some milk. Word of Elijah, and we had injuries. Plain. Pacers are losing on purpose so we can use our dark voodoo magic in the last 3 minutes. DCL, Bryce Young has gotten better. Word of Elijah, first year he hasn't changed coaches and a different OC. Justin Medley needs blocking in Carolina. Wyatt Burdick, he needs to grow a little. The word of Elijah with rookie coaches. Indiana 56, OKC 69. OKC with another bucket. That makes it 71 OKC. NBA Finals Game 2 presented by YouTube TV.
It's over. What are we even watching this for? The game's over.
I think to talk about the NFL. Everybody wants to talk about the NFL.
This has been more fun because I could have made $1 tonight, but Lambo didn't want to bet me because he took the Pacers, but he really didn't have the Pacers because he wouldn't bet $1. So he is a wishy-washy guy on this little quartet. You know, dude, don't say nothing, dude. You can bet $1.
I can say what I want. I can say what I want. I can say what I want.
You can say what you want to, but you couldn't bet $1 on who's going to win the game.
Who cares about betting $1?
You say nothing.
Who cares?
We don't hear you.
Who cares
Word
about
of Elijah.
We don't hear you. We're talking to the word of Elijah. Continue, Troy.
They just have to do a better job of rolling him out the pocket. Wyatt, what's y'all's opinion on Sam Darnold? The word of Elijah, just copy and paste Arizona Cards. Sam Darnold home was the Vikings, but that's over. What's y'all's opinions on Sam Darnold?
He's going to be solid in Seattle. I think that look, Baltimore coach is going to play defense. They're going to surround him with It's going to be fourth quarter games in Seattle. They're going to either sink or they're going to swim because Lockett left, DK left. They're going to just run the ball control, play Baltimore defense, and low scoring games. So if you Seattle games, take the under.
Wyatt, he was good too late. I fear he must not be as good this year. Word of Elijah. No, I don't think so. DCL, Sam Darnold ain't all that. Word of Elijah. This was the only system for him. The Vikings were just that good. The word of Elijah overall. Indiana 60, OKC 76. Word of Elijah said the Seattle Seahawks may be a 4-win team.
Wow.
And that's fine. Dude, let's not get crazy. That's totally fine because if they get a top tier quarterback out of winning 4 games, who's the winner?
Well, they already have 2 quarterbacks. They got the kid from Alabama and they got Sam Darnold. So you're saying that if they have a 4-win season, they'll draft another quarterback?
Yes.
I'm not saying he'll be bad, just a little worse, Wyatt says. Jared Goof says Seattle's Seahawks win 7 games.
Who cares? Who cares?
Word of Elijah, Colts as well.
Again, who cares?
Time for them to move on from Richardson ASAP.
Yes.
You agree with that?
Yes.
Is Anthony Richardson not that guy?
He's not. I don't care what weapons he has on the field. When you're telling the coach, I need to come out the game because I'm too tired, I can't do it.
He came out of college too early.
Wyatt said trade Anthony Richardson to the Pittsburgh Steelers.
But why, though, when he's too tired to play quarterback? What are we talking about here? I don't care where he gets traded to. If my quarterback is telling me I'm too tired, coach, take me out, you don't deserve to be in the league. Think about that. What are we talking about here? Let's move on from Anthony Richardson. Come on now. Done with him. Hey, coach, I'm too tired. I need to come out the game. How would you feel about that, Troy? Your quarterback is telling you he's too tired to come out the game. You'd be like, nope. Sorry.
Not a good sign, man.
No question, Troy. That's not a great. I don't care if you're high school, college, or the NFL.
Not a good sign at all.
I know we all need a blow, but come on, man. You're the QB.
Yeah, quarterbacks, they don't come out.
No, they don't. Just not saying he can't play, but, man, you can't do that. Oh, you just can't do that.
All right, see these comments.
And who's it? Oh, Danny Dimes is the other quarterback there. He has a chance to start.
Word of Elijah, to be an NFL quarterback is just different. No more just winning off athleticism. I don't think he has the IQ. Wyatt Burdick said, send him to Germany to play football. Paul said, who y'all got winning the Super Bowl this year before any injuries happen? Mahomes. Jarrett, Richardson's shoulder is hurt. Word of Elijah, Richardson was the reason black quarterbacks had it hard in the early 2000s. So who's y'all's pick to win the Super Bowl? I already said Mahomes. Who do y'all have?
The Eagles might go back. I don't have an AFC team yet, but the Eagles are probably going to go back.
Wyatt Burdick, I'm pretty sure Anthony Richardson just got hurt again.
Yeah, NFC, I'm saying Eagles again, too. I just
Word of Elijah said the Ravens. What about the Bills? What about the Buffalo Bills? Bills Mafia.
The Bills can't beat the Ravens or the Chiefs.
Paul said the Buffalo Bills versus the Detroit Lions. Word of Elijah, yeah, he did. He stays hurt.
Lions?
It's going to be harder for the Lions. They lost 2 coordinators.
I'm with you there too, man.
That's going to be hard.
That's going to be very
Word
hard.
of Elijah, Buffalo Bills season team along with the Detroit Lions. So you're basically saying they're good in the regular season, but they lay an egg in the playoffs. Detroit Lions won't be the same team. That's what the word of Elijah says.
The Buffalo Bills won't be the same team either.
Golf, down year. Word of Elijah said golf will have a down year. Wyatt Burdick said, I'd love to see a sleeper win this year. You would love to see a sleeper win the Super Bowl. Pacers 64, OKC 81. Jared Goof says, I got the Bengals. The Cincinnati Bengals and Joe Burrow. Word of Elijah, I don't think the Buffalo Bills will be either. Just stop Cooks. Word of Elijah, Titans. Wow. Tennessee
To
Titans.
who? Titans to the Super Bowl?
Titans are the sleeper with a quarterback. Cam Ward of the Miami Hurricanes. Number 1 pick in the NFL draft. Will Cam Ward be able to
the Titans need 3 more years
with the Commanders? Wyatt says the Buffalo Bills will win. James Cook is out of there.
But I will say this about the Titans. I do like their coach, and they have sneaky pieces in there. I'm not saying they're going to go to the bowl, but he's building something in Tennessee.
Lost a lot of close games.
Not bad.
Pollard is still nice.
Yeah, Pollard's not bad back. He's okay. But they have sneaky personnel over there.
I mean, they're not going to be better than the Houston Texans in the AFC South.
No, but what happened to C.J. Stroud?
He got shoulder soreness.
Okay, but he's not like terribly banged up though, is he?
No.
Okay.
Wyatt Burdick says James Cook is holding out of OTAs and selling his house in Buffalo. Word of Elijah, if they can win with the quarterback they had, they can definitely win with Cam Ward, better than the Houston Texans. The word of Elijah, sophomore slump. Jared Goof says, I honestly see the Dallas Cowboys winning 2 games this year. Well, they have a quarterback.
They might win like the same. They might have the same record they had last year, baby. 7-10.
I'm with you too, and I'm a huge Cowboys fan. I think adding Pickens gets them 7 games. I really do.
But like, where's the O-line in,
where's the back? Where's the O-line? I personally, Lambo, this is me. I think their secondary is C plus, probably B. It's stopping the run, man. Where you stop the run at? I mean, if you shut down 11, you're okay with the Cowboys because they don't have nobody else,
Jared Goose says the Dallas Cowboys' Dak Prescott is injury prone. The word of Elijah said the new Dallas Cowboys coach will just have to see. Word of Elijah, coaching is very important with personnel in football.
Well, I mean, Brian Schottenheimer has been a long-time assistant. I've watched him grow, offensive coordinator for New York Jets, and his dad, Marty Schottenheimer. Yeah. He just needs a chance. We'll see.
We'll see. I think 7 games too, Lambo, with my Cowboys. I do.
For the Dallas Cowboys to win a Super Bowl, Jerry Jones has to step down.
That would never happen.
I agree, Blaine.
That would never happen. Never.
Well, Lambo, he can't do it forever, but I do agree with that take, though.
Well, he'll probably does it till he dies. You never know. He might do it till he dies.
I think he will too, Lambo. That means we won't make it to the bowl. I hate to say it.
Wyatt Burdick said, yeah, Jerry needs to go now. The Dallas Cowboys, Jerry Jones needs to go now. That's what Wyatt just said.
Like, what happened with the Mike McCarthy thing? Because it wasn't based off his record. Was it based off a contract extension?
You know what, Lambo? Great question. I just know
because they were going to be bad regardless of injuries y'all had last year. Y'all were going to be bad regardless.
Yeah, Jared was pretty much telling them, injuries or no injuries, I'm not re-signing you back. I've seen enough here.
Yeah. The word of Elijah, The problem with the Dallas Cowboys is that they always start fast at 2 or 3-0 and do nothing for 10 weeks after. Word of Elijah, as soon as the Dallas Cowboys fans start saying that S word, the season is a wrap. Indiana Pacers 64, OKC 83. 3 minutes left in the third quarter of the NBA Finals, Game 2. Pacers 67, just hit a 3. 67 to 83.
I mean, in tonight's game, and these teams got less turnovers, but like I said, Indiana is still hanging in there. You know, they're still
Super Bowl, yeah. Super Bowl, Word of Elijah.
As long as they're in that 17, 20-point range, they'll make a comeback. But I think once they're down by 25, it might be game over. But they're still – Indiana's still hanging on. You know, they're still hanging on.
So you still have hope that they can come back?
I mean, just look at the NBA playoffs. No 20-point lead to save. Just look at the Celtics. I mean, 20-point leads we blew.
Wyatt Burdick, Dallas Cowboys are always inactive in free agency.
No 20-point lead is safe in the NBA playoffs. Good God, that's a bad shot by Obi Toppin.
Word of Elijah, yeah, they're in a sweet spot right now. 2 threes and down around 10 points. Paul, what do y'all think about Jaden Daniels in second year? Will he have a slump like the sophomore curse?
For the Commanders, it's going to be a lot harder. It's going to be a lot harder for them to get back to the NFC Championship game. It's going to be harder for them. They got some really tough opponents in their season schedule. They got some really tough opponents. It's going to be tough. It's going to be very tough to come back to the NFC Championship game because you have to prepare your roster for the Philadelphia Eagles, and right now it's not there.
They beat him in the regular season.
What does that mean? They ain't beat them in the playoffs. They got.
I mean, you said they ain't built them to beat the Eagles. I mean, the Eagles are 1 or 2 injuries away from not making the playoffs.
They beat Kenny Pickett. Stop. They beat Kenny Pickett.
When Kenny Pickett
played, I was at the game. I think somebody got hurt and Kenny Pickett played that game. Or was it
That's what I'm saying. If Jalen Hurts gets hurt or if Saquon gets hurt, they won't make the playoffs. The word of Elijah, I've said it before, he took a snap that he was Lamar 2.0. Word of Elijah, they have a solid squad and sturdy on defense. Wyatt Burdick said Jaden Daniels is better than Dak next year. Word of Elijah said the Commanders added Samuels. Word of Elijah said Jaden Daniels is better than Dak Prescott right now.
But also my point is that when you're the Commanders and you're like in certain divisions and certain teams, you're playing a team at least 3 times a year. And it's going to be hard to beat them twice when you play them 3 times. That's hard. So you know, they ran into some unluck by playing them 3 times. You don't want to play a team in your division 3 times.
Sky is blue. Amen to that.
The man from Seoul is done.
The man from Seoul is out for the count.
He's done.
Man. The man from Seoul is gone.
He's gone. Yep, done.
Wyatt Burdick, Deebo Samuels is kind of washed. I mean, maybe he'll be better, but last year was rough.
The 49ers were 6-10 last year. Like, come on now. Like,
Word of Elijah, put Jay Daniels in the Cowboys.
No, that would be kind of ruined with
Paul
Jerry.
Artrip.
Control things.
Redskins signed an offensive lineman and got Deebo Samuel. The word of Elijah said nothing about Deebo being washed. He's just also injury prone. Word of Elijah, that's been the case since SC. Hamstring injuries always linger. Wyatt Burdick said he could not catch. Deebo could not catch is what Wyatt is saying. Very interesting.
Third quarter, 89-73. OKC is still up. But the Indiana Pacers are finding ways to get to the free throw line, and it's still a game.
Word of Elijah said, I haven't seen that. I have not seen that. Paul said, me either.
Miss a free throw. These free throws going to have to be made at this time of the game. They got to be made. Good Lord. They put an alley on that one.
Burdick said, go watch. He had a lot of drops. Wyatt Burdick is saying that Deebo Samuel had a lot of drops last year with the San Francisco 49ers. Chet Holmgren with a huge dunk for the OKC Thunder. Indiana 73, OKC 91. The word of Elijah, probably from getting a 2-foot screen rocketed at him. Wyatt Burdick said, I watched almost every game. He was having a rough year. Deebo Samuel was having a rough year, says Wyatt.
Well, we're going to find out this year if he had
They were a lot of downfield passes, according to Wyatt.
We going to see. We're going to see.
Yeah, I still think he has a little bit left in the tank. I do. But depends on how they use him, too, you know? I just think Shanahan used him so well all over the place, man.
Word of Elijah. Plus, without McCaffrey to take the edge off it makes it tougher as well. Paul said, I think Deebo Samuel will be good with scary Terry McLaurin of the Commanders.
Did y'all see what's going on with Scary Terry right now?
What, they ain't signing him?
Yeah.
So what's he going to do, hold out?
I think he is.
Wyatt Burdick said, but I do think he will bounce back this year. Wyatt thinks that Deebo Samuel will bounce back. The word of Elijah, Commanders can definitely take it all. They now have a playoff experience and a solid defense.
Defense still needs edge rushers.
And Mr. Brown said, this is the most boring finals in NBA history.
Yeah,
Thank you, Mr. Brown, for joining us. This is for you. Thank you for commenting. Let me get you a helmet sticker. Word of Elijah, he might as well have come back to Charlotte. Should have never left. Word of Elijah, now it's boring because OKC is winning. Wyatt said laugh out loud.
Yep.
OKC 92, Pacers 74. Game 2 of the NBA Finals on ABC or ESPN on ABC, sponsored by YouTube TV. Paul said laugh out loud. Blaine, Indiana Pacers will come back like always. Word of Elijah, Obi with the big 3-point. Sheesh. Sheesh. Why? It's all fun till your team losing. The word of Elijah, it's over, Brody. Kiss the baby. Word of Elijah, laugh out loud at Wyatt. Jared, I'm happy Chet playing good tonight because in game 1, he looked like he should play for the Shanghai Sharks.
Oh, my goodness.
Chet was going to be playing with Sharif O'Neal.
True, he did have a bad game 1. I agree with that for real. That was not a good look by Chet. But they're looking good tonight. We'll see. 1 quarter to go. You never know.
The word of Elijah. They have to make Siakam and Miles work on defense to take away from their offense. The word of Elijah, that was just their game plan for game one. Wyatt Burdick said Shanghai Sharks equals Lakers all-time team. Laugh out loud.
93-74, OKC up. They're having their way so far in this game. They're having their way, transition baskets, keeping the lead. But we've seen the Indiana Pacers of what they do in the fourth quarter. OKC's a third quarter team. Indiana's a fourth quarter team. We gonna see what happens. We gonna see. If y'all Pacers fans out there, don't give up because y'all have done this before, and it's not luck. Y'all have done this multiple times, and there's a reason why y'all in the finals for a reason.
Paul said, who are y'all's teams in the NFL? I used to be a Redskin fan, so I'll say I'm a Commander fan. The word of Elijah, nah, this is OKC, not the Cavs. Lambo, who is your NFL team?
The New England Patriots.
Who is your NFL team, Paul? Did you say you were a Redskin fan? And when you're a Dallas Cowboy fan.
Yeah.
Only get worse. Says the word of Elijah.
Yep, I am a huge Cowboys fan.
Blaine is a Colts fan in Indianapolis Colts. Paul is the Redskin fan all the way. The word of Elijah, when OKC smells blood, press the gas. Let's go. Well, on YouTube, we are at 2.6 thousand views. Thank you, Totem Pole. We're back, and we're loving it. We're having fun, man. I hope y'all are having fun. The word of Elijah, Carolina Panthers. Wyatt Burdick said KC since birth. The word of Elijah said we need to get Shai Alexander home. 2.6 thousand on YouTube.
Yeah, the Packers are trying to ship him off, man. Alexander.
Sam Mason, thoughts on Lamb and Pickens doing huge things together? When you are the Dallas Cowboys fan, what do you think about Lamb and Pickens on the Dallas Cowboys?
I like that combo. We have one issue. And I hate to say this, we have no QB1. Sorry.
Word of Elijah, I played with him through high school. Wow.
We have no QB1 in Dallas. I hate to say it. I think Pickens and Lamb can be a problem, but they have no quarterback.
Indiana 74, OKC 95. 11 minutes left in the fourth quarter. NBA Finals presented by YouTube TV. Game 2. Jared Goof, trading for Pickens was a terrible move, in my opinion. Do you agree with that? When was the Dallas Cowboys trading for George Pickens from the Steelers a terrible move?
Absolutely not, because they're giving Dak all the tools he needs to win.
Sam said they have Dak Prescott. He's their quarterback one.
And no, he's not their QB1. Sorry. We're going to find out. He has 2 weapons on the outside. He's still going to mess it up. Sorry.
And you're a Cowboys fan.
And I'm a real Cowboys fan. Dak Prescott will still throw interceptions in big-time games. And you got Lamb and Pickens on the opposite side with a good tight end. Not the best O-line, but they can pass protect a little bit for him, and he'll still mess it up. Sorry. We have
Word
no
of Elijah.
QB1.
I just don't understand the DK Metcalf situation for the Steelers. Wyatt Burdick said, I think I would have been bad if they gave up mad if they would have gave up a top pick, but they only gave up a 5th rounder. Word of Elijah. Dak, another regular season 4K non-playoff winning quarterback.
Yep. Totally agree. And I'm a real Cowboys fan. Regular season guy. You can't do nothing else.
$76-95, OKC leads the Pacers with 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Big bucket for OKC. Big three going up 98-76 over the Indiana Pacers.
Do y'all honestly think Dak is he is not a QB1 in the NFL? Sorry, y'all.
No, he's not. No, he is not.
Wyatt Burdick, who is getting the number one pick this year? Blaine said Pacers can't grab a rebound. Who's getting the number one pick this year?
The Cleveland Browns or the Arizona Cardinals?
Oh,
or the Miami Dolphins.
Wow. Who's getting the number one
Blaine
pick?
said Saints. Man, Arch Manning to the Saints. Could you see that happening?
No, because I think their family's already – it was already some chirping there, Troy, about him. They didn't want him going to the Saints just because of their history and stuff.
Wyatt Burdick, I think the Saints will when they draft Manning. Word of Elijah, Dak is good. He's just like mid-second or third tier, and you know that NIT is coming just like Baker. Bucks sleeper as well, to be honest.
What about the Colts? Will the Colts tank to get Arch Manning?
I don't think they will.
Word of Elijah, Arch Manning is trash. I'm sorry.
What?
I don't think
he's never started. Wyatt
We
Burdick
don't know
said,
yet.
Yeah, we don't know that yet. He's definitely
Why did he not start over Quentin Ewers then if he was better?
I mean, Quentin Ewers was in college way before Arch Manning came, though.
Wyatt said, no, Arch isn't bad.
I mean, Quentin Ewers was already in college like 3 years before Arch Manning was. Because he was at Ohio State at first and then transferred to Texas.
Yeah.
And then the backup quarterback is like Malik Murphy. He's a starting quarterback at Duke.
Word of Elijah, I would never tank for him at all. If he was good, he would have been playing.
We don't know that yet. We don't know if he's going to be good or not. We don't know.
Well, that's what he's saying. He's saying he wasn't good. He would have started over Ewers is what he's saying. Wyatt Burdick said, I don't think he will even be at the level of Eli Manning, though, in the NFL.
Is he supposed to be at the level of Peyton Manning? Because Peyton Manning is better than Eli.
Paul says, we will see how Archie Manning is this season. The word of Elijah doesn't matter. If you're better, you're better. Sports doesn't walk off seniority.
I like that.
Wyatt Burdick, he might not even make it. He may not even make it to the NFL.
Who, Arch Manning?
What
are you saying?
No.
OKC 100, Pacers 78. The word of Elijah, the few plays he got, he showed nothing. It's a 20-point game with 9 minutes left. Jared Goof says Dak will lead the Cowboys in rushing yards.
He better not.
The word of Elijah. I don't think so either. He's on the level of the quarterback from Georgia.
Dak better not lead the team. We're in trouble.
He gonna have more rushing yards than Saquon Barkley?
No, I think he said the team. The team.
Oh.
Yeah, the team. But even that though, that spells trouble for us if Dak's our leading rusher. Lord have mercy.
Wyatt said Arch Manning could be like another Johnny Football.
No,
Johnny Football.
because
Johnny Manziel.
Arch Manning is more mature than Johnny Manziel.
Wyatt said great in college, then he doesn't translate. Stop.
he'll be fine.
Definitely not at Wyatt, says Word of Elijah.
He has too
Arch
much.
Manning is a quiet dude. Johnny Manziel was loud and he liked to party.
He's money team.
And I think Arch Manning has too much Manning in him.
Word of Elijah says not even close. Wyatt said you never know. Well, I know it's a 20-point lead in this game. Thunder over the Pacers with 8 minutes left. Word of Elijah said not even close.
Well, me and Kirk might be wrong, but it's all right. I mean, what's the worst that could happen?
Yeah, it's our take. I mean, the series go 1-1. I mean,
we go back to Indiana Wednesday, game 3. Like it's the first one. It's the first one to 4.
Game 3. You said game 3 is Wednesday?
Yeah, Wednesday.
Okay.
Wyatt Burdick says, I don't mean exactly like him, just talking about the ball skills. Word of Elijah, completely different archetypes.
Because I think now the way they had the finals, it's like every 3 days. Or you know how they did the finals back then, where you had like 2 games, and then like another team would have 3 games at home, and then they'll have the final 2. It's kind of what they did back then in the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I think the NBA probably would be better if it's not an 82-game season. It's got to be like maybe. I understand revenue and money, but like, dude, nobody's watching 82 games of NBA basketball. Nobody's doing it.
Word of Elijah. I would say at least they didn't let them go up 40. They're still fighting is the most important takeaway.
Agree with that because the Pacers can still fight, man. They're going to fight to the end. They don't care what the score is. They keep playing.
Word of Elijah, and I am betting on most. The word of Elijah going into game 3.
The Pacers will win game 3. The Pacers are going to win game 3. The word of Elijah says, and being at home. Paul says, parlay had OKC plus 11. Well, on DraftKings, it was 11.5. The spread was minus 11.5. Blaine says Pacers have to go on a 10-0 run. Jared Goof says Javonte Williams is just a bad halfback. And Miles Sanders is not much better. The word of Elijah says they won't win game 3. So you're telling me that Oklahoma City Thunder are going to win game 3 on the road. This might end up being a 7-game series. It might be a 7-game series. It's going to be because of the ratings. Because if this is a 5-game series and OKC wins 4 straight, because y'all always say it's about ratings, it's about revenue, it's not going to be a good finals. The word of Elijah says, I told somebody that should have spread the first game. Wyatt Burdick says, I don't think they will either. The word of Elijah says another blowout to silence the crowd. Paul says OKC will win game 3. Blaine says we haven't won a game 3 yet. Paul says I'm staying OKC in 6. The word of Elijah, it will be quiet as hell come game 4 in Indiana. Jared Goof says Michael Parsons will have 15 plus sacks unless the Pacers come out and play. Kirk, will Michael Parsons this year for the Dallas Cowboys, will he have 15 plus sacks this year?
Ooh. 15 plus is a lot. I say, man. See, Mike is the type that can go a game and not even record a sack, and then the next game he'll have like 2 or 3.
Mm.
So I will say 15 on the nose. Not anymore.
Wow.
15 sacks. Not anymore. Not a bad take, though.
Paul says that's a lot of sacks, but I'm saying at least 12. I think that Michael Parsons may get like probably 8, maybe 8.
Okay. 8 sacks.
8, at least 8. It's gonna be hard for it's probably gonna be hard for him to get 10. I mean, what was he injured last year too? Michael Parsons?
A
Did he
little
not
bit.
play for a
Yeah,
certain amount of
he
games?
got a little nicked up.
So I'm not gonna sit here and say like he's gonna be a terrible player or anything, but it's just like you're coming off an injury like that. Like sometimes you're not the same. You're not the same guy. You're not the same player.
No question.
Word Elijah says, especially in the division. Their division is going to be very tough. It's called the NFC East for a reason. It used to be called the NFC Least. It used to be called the NFC Least because the only 2 good teams were either the Cowboys or the Eagles, or sometimes it'd be the Giants and the Eagles. And, you always had the 2 bottom teams like the Commanders, or the Washington Redskins that used to be terrible, but now they are legit.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, fourth quarter. Indiana Pacers 85, OKC 107. It looks like this game may be over, but it looks like the Indiana Pacers are still fighting. They're still clawing. Wyatt Burdick says Chris Jones, 10 sack season coming. How do you feel, Kirk, about a Chris Jones 10 sack season? Is it coming for the Kansas City Chiefs?
What's he average?
I think he averages around maybe 11 or 12.
I'd say so.
I would say so, Lambo. You know why? Chiefs got embarrassed in the bowl.
Mm-hmm.
They're quiet right now, and they're going to come out and wreck both offensively and defensively. They're mad.
Mm.
So I do see Chris Jones with at least 10 sacks this year. Absolutely.
Mm. Word of Elijah. They'll probably sub out here in a few. I would. Jared Goose says Michael Parsons has 52.5 sacks in 4 seasons. Will he break the sack record? Do you think Michael Parsons will break the sack record? I say no. I say no.
Probably not Lambo, but what he needs to is they need another dude over there. Because it's so easy to double him when you have nobody else on your defense,
Mm-hmm.
It's just so easy. Eberflus is over there calling it now. We don't know what they're doing. He could do some things differently, which I'm sure he will. We'll just have to see, you know what I mean?
Yep, I agree.
You know what I mean? I'm not saying they're going to be sorry or anything, but, the NFC East is going to be harder. And I still think number 4 is not that guy. Jerry should have moved on from him.
Paul says, I don't see Chris Jones getting 10 sacks, maybe 7. Wyatt says George Karlaftis will also step up. Mason says I got a breakout season coming from George Carl Fitz. 10 plus sack season. The word of Elijah. Also, Raiders are a different team. A lot of things will be different this year because it will be a weekly basis this year for most part. Cards still dangerous as a dangerous team as well. Blaine says Shai is a free throw merchant. The word of Elijah says Cards could also sneak into the bowl. I like their squad. The Arizona Cardinals going to the Super Bowl is far
That's
from
a hot take. That's a hot take.
that's far from reach. That's a far from reach in the NFC West. That's saying they're going to be better than the Rams. They're going to be better than the 49ers. Oh, Lord. Ooh, that's something. That's something. Right now, 5 minutes left in the game. OKC 111. Indiana 91. Will the Indiana Pacers come back and steal one? They got a turnover.
They're down by 20 with 5 minutes left.
Oh, they turned the ball. God, they turned the ball over again. The word of Elijah, Rams will be there too. Jared Goose says the Cards will be the third worst in the NFC. The Arizona Cardinals will be a top 5 draft pick. NBA Finals on YouTube TV. Game 2. Oh, God. Good shot. That's not even possible at Goof. A laughing emojis. Wow. Timeout.
Haliburton with a
OKC.
3.
Timeout OKC.
Yep.
4
Now
minutes
by
left in the
18.
fourth quarter.
Down by 17.
Yep.
Yep. There's still a chance for Indiana fans.
No,
Pacers down by 17.
this is when they do their stuff, though. This is Indiana for you.
Yep.
17 ain't nothing for them.
Mason Paget says my Super Bowl prediction is the Commanders and the Ravens. Jaden Daniels versus Lamar Jackson.
In the Super Bowl?
That is Mason Paget's prediction. Commanders versus the Ravens. EA Sports, Electronic Arts, Madden NFL 26. Kirk, what are your thoughts on this game? Game 2 of the NBA Finals presented by YouTube TV.
Good timeout by OKC coach. It's a good timeout. Come out of the timeout, try to get a bucket, try to get to the foul line before they start going on a run. Because Indiana, they're known to come down, hit a couple threes, make a few stops, and then you're going to look up, they'll be down by 7. So, good timeout. Obviously, OKC has outplayed Indiana the entire game.
Mm-hmm.
We can so see that. Like, there is not any doubt who's outplayed who in this game.
Yes.
So, guess what? Good timeout, OKC. Come out, get a bucket, get to the free throw line, get up by 19 again or something. Because the worst thing you can do now is let them get a stop, and then they cut it down to 14 with under 4 minutes to go. Don't do it. You know how it is, Lambeau Troy. Yeah, we've seen this game 1.
Yep.
So those are my thoughts. Here we go.
Blaine says we don't have a chance when Johnny Furphy is at the scores table. Shanate Melkin says don't sleep on the Panthers. Our division is weak. The word of Elijah says they're wasting their legs for no reason. This is a part of why they'll lose game 3. It is also do something to them mentally game 3 if in the same position. The word of Elijah, Bucks and Falcons still decent. Shanete says now, Falcons weeks and Ducks old. The word of Elijah says it was closer in game 1. Well, they got 3 days off, so the next game 3 is on Wednesday. So they got about 2 days, practice, rest their legs, and they'll be fine. You know, they got 2 days apart. Today is Sunday, and then the game 3 is on Wednesday at Indiana. Mason said they just announced that Nick Chubb is signing with the Houston Texans.
Not
That's
a bad
it's a
pickup.
good sign. That's a good pickup.
It is a good pickup. Nope. You got to have a nice two-headed monster in this league, man.
Yep.
There is no question, man. And I mean, I know Chubb's coming off that injury, but he still he can still truck that thing, though.
Oh, yes, he can.
Yep, Chubb can truck it, man.
And it looks like who is that guy? Yeah, it looks like this game is over. They put in their reserves. They put in their reserves. This game's over. They put it in reserves.
And then they did what I thought they were going to do, come out and get a bucket. And they did both. They got a bucket, and they're going to the line with the and-1. So, good job, OKC coach. Stop that momentum.
Yeah. That's all right. We were both wrong about game 2.
No
it's
question,
okay,
man. It was our take. Hey,
yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is.
Sports analysts get it wrong every day, man. It's their take. It's what they think, and then we'll go from there. They'll go back to the board.
Yep. It's a 7-game series for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, did we see the Cleveland Cavaliers and LeBron James go down 3-1 and win the series? If it wasn't for Draymond getting suspended in game 5, that would never happen. But we never know. We would never know. And have we seen the Boston Celtics in the 2023 Eastern Conference Finals go down 0-3 and force a game 7? Like we've seen all that stuff before, man. This ain't nothing new. The word of Elijah says he's an I formation back, not really a spread. We have lost. Johnny Furphy is in. The word of Elijah said that's how I felt about Henry on the Ravens, but they accommodated. Jared Goof says the GOAT, Johnny Furphy, is playing. The word of Elijah says log off McLean right now. Shanete says yes, right now, 3 years. The word of Elijah says Chuba couldn't tie Chubb's shoes. Look at that tonight, the big 3. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with 33 points, Williams with 19, and Chet Holmgren with 15 points.
Yep.
Chet Holmgren is off to a better start than he was last night.
Yes, he was. And he came through.
Nathan Schrader says Mike Tyson posted like a mailbox. The word of Elijah says on a good day. Wyatt Birdie said that is one of the worst takes I've ever seen in a while. Shanete said he has a better lines, but skills, Chubba. Got 2:42 left in the NBA Finals presented to you by YouTube TV NBA 2K25. You can pre-order NBA 2K26. I think it comes out in September. You can order it on Sony PlayStation PS5, or you can order it on Microsoft Xbox One. The word of Elijah says Chubb is a Hall of Fame back. I don't know what's wrong with you, bud. Mason says as tall as Chet, he should have more than 6 rebounds. He must be on spectrum. Kurt.
Yes, and he probably should. too, man.
Wyatt Birdie said Chubb has been a top 10 for a long time. Chubb has never been graced up a top 40. The word of Elijah says he's undersized Mason. Jared Goose says Chubb is not a Hall of Fame halfback. This is for all of you. This is for all of you with Totem Pole Nation who have been participating in the comments.
Welcome once again to the NBA Finals, presented by YouTube TV.
Shanete says last year he was number 4. Shanete says you watch football. Yes, we all watch football. We are football coaches. Coach Taylor is a football coach. Kirk Wynn is an NBA guy and a football guy, and I'm a football guy. Wyatt Burdick says we love Totem Pole Nation. Yes. The word of Elijah says you're talking to an actual running back. Chuba couldn't even touch Chubb at State. Mason Patrick says, I really love y'all channel. Thanks for everything y'all do and everything y'all post. Whenever I need a good laugh or get to talk to sports to somebody, you're always there. So thank you. The word of Elijah says, all you have to do is go watch a highlight tape of both. Wyatt Burdick says, for real. All right, the final 2 minutes of the game, all the reserves are in. What is the adjustments, Kirk, going into Game 3 of the NBA Finals, presented by YouTube TV?
I will say this. For one, I think OKC is just continue doing what you do. OKC, SGA, get in the lane, kick, slash, sub in your bigs. They can go big ball, they can go small ball. They got enough bench to do that. For Indiana, they need to get Siakam and they need to get Haliburton off soon. They start way too slow. Even in game 1, both of them did. They just happened to OKC just didn't capitalize on all their turnovers, but I would say those are the biggest adjustments. I mean, OKC, keep doing what you're doing. For the Pacers, Siakam, please. You got to get started and rolling quickly. You just have to do it, man.
You're not going to go outside, guys?
Ooh, yeah. Where's everyone been my whole life? Yeah. The madness is back. Yeah. Where is everyone? It's like a spectacle out here. Yeah. We're seeing the stars. We're touching the sky. Yeah. Coach Taylor, I'm back. Like I never left. Ooh, yeah.
Is it true that Jim Tim did not die?
Jim Tim is dead and gone. Like I buried him in the backyard like his mother. Ooh, yeah.
Oh man, it's the madness. The illegitimate son of Randy Poffo, Randy the Macho Man Savage, is in the house. Welcome back. How long
We're
were you
back.
locked up for, dude?
I've been gone. I've been walking around the world for the longest time. It's been a long 366 days because we're not on 365 anymore. We're going around the sun like we're going around Jim Tim's mama's belly. Ooh, yeah.
Did you find what you were looking for as you walked
I
around?
did find me a Miss Elizabeth. Yes, I did. Oh, yeah.
Man, it is beautiful to have
Coach,
you in here.
how have you been, Coach? Where have you been? You've been
Been at
walking the
Fort,
streets, not taking notes,
I've
seeing
been at Fort
signs.
Union Military Academy.
Ooh,
They would have sent you there when you were younger.
ooh, I needed to be there. I would have been straight laced like Coach Troy Taylor himself.
Yeah,
Ooh, yeah.
man, you wouldn't have turned out to be the madness.
Oh, no, no, no. What's up, Totem Pole Nation? Are
Man,
we
we're
good?
happier
What do
here.
we got going on here? With the Thunder won. We're all out here. We're in St. Petersburg, Florida. We're just LIVIN. We're just chilling, watching the Pacers lose. So who do we got in the final? Who we got? In 7, the Pacers or
Yeah,
the Thunder?
I'm saying the Thunder. Lambo, who do you say?
Pacers.
Oh, yeah. I like that. We got to get the little Pacer going. Yeah.
And Kurt, who do you think's going to win?
Well, obviously I was wrong on game 2 tonight. But I picked the Thunder to win the series in the beginning when I called it game 1. I think they'll win the series.
At the end of the day, someone's getting their first ring. Someone's getting
Yeah.
their first banner. It's gonna be
Yes, how cool is
epic.
that?
Ooh, yeah.
How many
Very.
championships did you win, Madness, in your wrestling career?
I am the world champion of all time. I am the Hall of Fame. I am the epitome of champions. Yeah.
And what did you think about the Cuban assassin meeting up with Ric Flair?
Ric Flair and the Cuban are nothing but dirt to me. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're below me. I'm gonna drop the people's elbow like the Rock, Rocky Maivia on the Cuban assassin's forehead. Like I'm gonna roast him like a stick pig he is. Oh
I
yeah.
think we I think we may have a feud going
We
between the
do
Cuban
got a feud
assassin
going. I gotta
and
like poke at
Madness.
the bear. Yeah. I'm back and I'm fucking coming in hot and hired and fired up. Oh yeah.
How many times have you been arrested this week?
I just got out last night. Yeah, Kyle came and got me. Oh yeah. The bald
Yeah.
coach is the Lord and Savior of the madness. Without the
Yeah.
bald coach, the madness is nothing. Yeah.
Yeah. He is the illegitimate son.
Randy
Macho Man
Popo
came to St.
himself.
Petersburg.
Uncle Randy. Yeah.
Macho Man came to St. Petersburg 25 years ago, had a heck of a time, and the
He
madness was
met
the
my
result.
mama. Ooh,
Yeah. He was the result.
yeah.
Man, it's great to have the madness on here, man. Anything
Hey,
else?
it's great to be back, Troy. It's great to be back. I had to come back and lay it down like I laid down Jim Tim's mom. Yeah. Ooh, yeah.
Man, you're the best. Anything else you want to say before
I
we
just
sign
love
off?
I love Totem Pole Nation.
We're back.
And I'm back, baby.
Yes.
And I'm back
Madness is
like
back.
I've never been back before. Just hide your wives, hide your sisters, cause the madness is coming for you. Oh yeah.